Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another actual play broadcast recording where we are continuing our adventures into Trinity Continuum Aberrant. Not going to go to the whole spiel about what that is at this point. If you're just joining us for the first time, I strongly recommend you go back to episode 1 at the very least to listen to us talk about what exactly Aberrant is, as well as trigger warnings and all of that fun stuff. That said, let's get introductions out of the way. I am Zemian, the story guide for this game. Game master, storyteller, whatever terminology you prefer, that's this guy. But let's meet the cast and the names of the characters they're playing. Starting from the top.
Hi, I'm Idol, and I am playing Theta.
Yeah, my name is Lane. If you see me around online, I may be Florian or Saint Florian to you. I'm currently playing Ross, also known as Aftermath.
Hi, I'm Skolex and I'm playing Zara, the number one hot new Nova.
And I'm Zhutok, playing Moses, aka Blink.
Fantastic. So, who wants to recap where we left off last time?
Oh, sure. So we're still getting adjusted to life as Novas. At least the three of us were last time. Ross, Moses, and Theta. Theta had just flown out, and met with us on Project Utopia's behalf. We workshopped a bit to see if we would make a good team, and we ultimately decided that tenuously, yes, we'd give it a shot. Once everything had been arranged, Moses had taken Theta to go see the city, while Ross stayed behind to work on some of his projects. Um, they had a pretty tumultuous time, going to various places, restaurants, parks, and so on. Um, quickly learning that their presence attracts a great deal of attention no matter where they go. Um, shortly after, they had escaped a reporter from the N Network. There was a van that pulled up on behalf of the mayor of the city, a Nova named Gilder, who they met with, and he explained that they were on call for him as well, for Utopia to be provisionally within the city. So whenever he needed work done, we'd be getting that work done. Um, from there, we met up for the evening at the center where we had a lovely conversation with the Terrat known as Rakes, who gave us an invitation to the Amp Room, which is a Nova only bar in Ibiza. And we all separated for the evening. Afterwards, we met up in the morning at the Rash Out facility, tested some of our powers, and that's where we left off.
Exactly. I think it's super important to note you also met your new arch nemesis, Mr. Belson.
Oh, yes, the end reporter himself. Fantastic.
Yes, a true menace to society, a villain by every definition.
That's our arch villain, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So, you guys have been busy, might be a strong word. Well, one of you has been busy at the very least. Okay, maybe two of you. Just
I
the
was
two of you are busy in very different ways. We have our crafter toiling away who has decided he's not gonna sleep in the immediate future at least, and has been busy doing that, but also busy looking over the plans for the construction of this new tower that is going to be built for Utopia in Novara. Um, it is Monday. The day has been pretty low key for Theta and Moses. Pretty quiet day. Mostly, well, actually, you guys tell me what are you getting up to?
We're at the
You
compound.
staying? Yeah, you're at the rush out facility because that's where we left off. I'm gonna assume you just stayed the night there, for convenience sake. But is there anything in particular you guys want to get up to on Monday, or are you just gonna laze about?
Well, Theta's been doing like a morning kind of workout routine. And then I think she just kind of spends the rest of her time splashing around the pool. She's kind of getting bored though with this kind of like routine, this kind of vibe that was new to her when this all started, but the novelty of it's kind of wearing off now. So, she's still in the pool, she's still kind of like floating around, but it's like with a lot of, kind of sounds going on because she just can't seem to entertain herself.
Got you. What about Moses?
Right. Moses, I mean, kind of similar. He's doing like the martial arts training for the things he knows, like the kung fu katas and stuff like that, the sequences. And I guess since he's doing them fast, he can do a lot of those. And after that, he's just basically watching like reels on Ripple,
Got you.
thinking up
Okay.
new ideas for content when he's gonna be able to post again. Like
Yeah.
that's
It's looking at videos on Ripple. It is an endless stream of potential inspiration and also some really bad content, quite frankly. It's the bottomless well of the opnet. There is an endless stream of user created content that you can doom scroll for all eternity through, or at least it feels like it, because you can swipe endlessly. New videos, every swipe. Nothing repeats. Granted, sometimes you'll come across videos that are literally like a mirrored version of a video you saw like 5 videos ago. For some reason, like, why is this mirrored? Wait, is this the original? Kind of go back to the other one, like, no, this seems right. And like comparing the two, it's like, oh, the stop sign on that one actually reads like a stop sign. Okay, that's the real one. Um, and just other stupid shit like that. But yeah, your endless hours can be lost on just Ripple alone. However, the Monday is, well, what day is it again? As Zara, you are somewhere? You're in a house. You're safe. At least you're pretty sure you're safe. You're coming to incredibly groggy. You do feel heavily hungover. It's you are definitely in that mode when you wake up where you're trying to figure out, where am I? What day is it? What time of day is it? What year is it? Your brain is taking its sweet time waking up as you're pulling yourself out of this stupor. You're quite frankly not sure because you're looking around. The house is kind of dark. Like there are blinds and stuff that have been drawn. But you can still like make out like there's sunlight coming in through the sides of the blinds. But it's definitely not dawn. Definitely not is what your brain has been able to process. Or at least you don't think it is. It seems too bright. It's not orange enough to be dawn. Or is afternoon orange? You're not really sure.
Not again.
But there is easily a dozen or more other people in this room with you. It seems to be a living room, you think. Maybe some kind of basement. No, not the basement. There's windows. Definitely a living room. But there are a bunch of couches. There's a huge, like, big flat screen TV, huge speakers. Um, it seems to be on some kind of like playlist or whatever, where there's a prompt saying, "Are you still listening? Yes or no?" And it's been sitting there like that for who knows how long at this point. Probably a few hours at least. Um, and the other dozen people are still very much asleep, save for one, but we'll get to that person in a moment. Everybody else, very obviously like clubbing slash partying attire. Everybody is in that disheveled post party, no fucks given, like asleep in various poses all over the room. Um, People don't have pillows and blankets. People just kind of passed out where they were. Um, there is a coffee table in the center of the room. There's one girl who's like face down on the coffee table. It's a glass top coffee table, so you know there's going to be an imprint of her face where she's laying. But there is also like half a line of Coke in front of her. It looks like she just passed out midline. Um, and there are various other like pill bottles, alcohol bottles. The place, it's not trashed. It's not clean either. Like there was a party here and nobody's cleaned up. And everybody is out, but there's a figure standing over you wearing a suit, has a pair of sunglasses that is tucked into the chest pocket of his suit. He's looking down at you. His hair is combed back, gelled, it looks like, to keep it in place. Very subtle but noticeable stubble. Looks like the guy shaves. But black guy, broad shoulders. Like, obviously he's wearing a suit, so you can't tell, but looking at his posture and the size of him, guy's built. He looks down at you and says, "Good morning, Zara."
She will stretch, sit up on the couch, my head, look on the coffee table, and like take the glass with half a drink left in it, just chug it. Look at the guy, look at the line on the table, take a dollar bill and like bend down to snort it. And no, snorts just half of it. Good morning. Morning, evening, what is it? Do I know you? Did we meet last night? Sorry, I'm a bit
No.
hazy.
It is midday. Checks his watch. About 11:30.
Not bad.
11:34 if you want to be precise. Monday.
Not bad.
Okay. Well, if your breakfast is satisfactory, you have places to be.
As he's talking, she's reaching for her cigarette, lights up a cigarette, and says, "Oh yeah, where's that?"
You have a PR training you need to attend.
A PR training.
Yes. As you recall, you signed a contract with Utopia.
Oh God.
As part of that agreement, you are mandated by that contract to attend PR training.
What does that even mean?
PR stands for public relations.
Yeah, I know that, but how do you train that?
Not my job to explain that. My job is to bring you back to the facility.
Oh, what if I don't want to go? Where
Well,
are my
then
friends?
I suggest you need to get in touch with your point of contact and either renegotiate your contract or you'll be in breach of contract.
She'll look at her phone. What does she see? Like calls.
So you haven't really answered any calls or messages since the terrorist attack at the university. So there are quite a few unanswered calls and messages. There, of course, are calls and messages from your parents. A few dozen, it would seem. Seems like about a couple a day. It seems like a few. Um, there are a number of friends who reached out with messages being like, "Oh my god, I heard about what happened in the university. Are you okay?" Um, not several messages from single individuals. Just lots of messages from a wide variety of people. And of course, um, from over the past couple days, there has been a small pileup of messages from your group chat and your closer friends from Ross and Moses. There's also, you're noticing a invitation to a new group chat. It's actually from yesterday. There is a number in there you don't recognize. And they've been talking a little bit in that group chat.
Hmm. Are Ross and Moses doing the PR training as well?
I would imagine so. They're currently at the Rashoud facility, and I have reason to believe, from what I have been told, that the training is on hold until you get there so that you can all go through it together.
I fucked up. She stands up and pulls her skirt down and starts going to the man, trips over somebody laying on the floor a bit. Fine, let's go. Let's go, take me.
He will gently, like, not forcefully grab you, but he will take your like the upper arm in his own hand as he kind of guides you through the mess of the aftermath of this party that he clearly navigated to get to you.
They'll be
Um
okay.
yeah,
She looks
he says pay special mind here, step a little to the right.
okay,
It's not
okay.
eminently obvious, but this carpet is soaked with I don't want to know what.
It was a good time yesterday.
No comment. And he guides you out. The front door, not even locked. Like he just opens it, shuts it, and leads you out to a nice car. Lets you into the back seat, and then he gets in the front seat and begins driving. There is a passenger in the car who looks like they were waiting. They are similar, white man, little smaller in frame, but still like clearly like this is a guy who works out. He's in good shape. Similarly in a suit. Um, he's on
I
a he's on a laptop. Um, and when you say hi, he briefly looks over his shoulder. Good morning. And goes back to his laptop. He presses a hand to an earpiece and says, "Yes, we're on our way." Um,
yeah,
and a moment pauses and he goes, "Yes, I'm going to run a check now just to make sure." and you don't hear the other side of whatever this conversation is. But he starts getting to work on this laptop, and you can, from your seat, you can see like he is doing something it looks like on social media, but he has another window open for some kind of program you don't recognize. But he is like rapidly going through a bunch of social media pages that you will recognize as a lot of people you typically party with.
Now the drugs are starting to work and she's more chirpy. She's like, what you doing?
Well, since you have been having a lot of fun without, I don't want to say supervision, but without necessarily training, we're making sure that nothing unfortunate has been put online. We have been keeping tabs, but we just want to double check our work.
Don't you know that any publicity is good publicity?
That's not my department.
Well,
We
she
just
puts on
come out
sunglasses.
and scoop you guys up when we have to. And we do preliminary checks like this. Do you recall recording any videos?
It was not
Last week?
that kind of party.
Right. Sure. He goes back to the laptop. Program runs a little longer. He eventually shuts it. And then back into the earpiece is just like, yeah, I think we got no issues here. Haven't seen anything. I think the boys in the office are pretty spot on. I don't think there's anything we need to worry about. She says it wasn't that kind of party. Uh-huh. Right. Yep, understood. We are beelining it to you. Right. And then seems to just focus on the road ahead.
She'll just look out of the window.
Yeah, Novara, beautiful as ever, peaceful as ever. Just drive. It's a quiet drive. You're definitely feeling the alcohol and the drugs. The nice little bump is helping counteract the hangover a little bit. But your head is still kind of pounding. It feels like somebody took a jackhammer to your skull. But at least that edge has kind of been taken off a little bit. It's just this aching that is persistent, but not the complete forefront of your mind as you've numbed it a little. You eventually reach the rush out facility. You are before you're taken to wherever this mandatory training is required of you. You're taken to what looks like a sort of kind of like a Smalls like doctor's office in a way. Maybe kind of like a nurse's office from a school or whatever. Like it's not a full like. At least it doesn't feel like a doctor's office. Like it's not overly uncomfortable. But there is a lady there. She eyes you for a moment and says, "I've been told you have been ingesting various drugs and alcohol."
Yes, please. Do you have some Excedrin or something? My head is killing me.
Well, if you can tell me what you were
Oh,
taking, I can.
I cannot.
Well,
Just assume. And please, something for the headache.
well, I have special cocktails that can help with certain things. But if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to, but
I'm good, lady. It's just my head, okay? Let's go.
okay. She turns, starts rifling through a cabinet, grabs a bottle, and she'll essentially dose out just a few pills into a separate bottle and then gives you that. I take it you don't need instructions for this.
No, she just takes two immediately.
Right. Understood. She
Gulps them
goes
without.
to look at her computer and types something briefly. Um it's like right. The guys in the suits like, okay, follow us. And they escort you into a deeper part of the facility past like various offices and the gym and the pool, like going further into the back of the facility where you're kind of taken to essentially what looks like could be a conference room, but the way it's set up, it definitely seems more presentation friendly rather than just here's a big room with a big table and a bunch of fucking chairs. Um, there is a big table and a bunch of fucking chairs, but it's a little bit more spacious. There are kind of tables on the side with more elaborate setups for like drinks and snacks and stuff like that. Nothing has been set out though. Um, and there is like a big projector screen, a podium, and everything. And you recognize Moses and Ross are already there, as well as some other woman you don't recognize. Could we get a description of Theta for Skolex's benefit?
Okay. So she's sitting down, obviously, at the table at this point. So you can't really tell how tall she is, but she's definitely gives the impression that she's a larger woman. She's got muscle on her. There's definitely a bit of curve of fat and stuff. Like she's not overweight, but she's got that bulk to her that would imply strength and, healthiness to her. Um, she's fair skinned with a shock of white hair. That's clearly like self cut because it's not like evenly layered. It's got some longer strands here and there. It's kept messy with some like curl to it. Uh, it somehow kind of suits the general devil may care vibe she seems to have. But besides that, the most noticeable things about her are the fact that she's got a pair of large curved black horns jutting out from the top of her head. Um, these big yellowish kind of eyes. And again, you don't really see it at first, given that she's sitting, but you can see that there's like almost these weird black bony protrusions kind of peeking around along her rib cage, down her back. Um, and there's movement behind her that after a moment you realize is a tail.
She'll stumble in on her high heels. Oh, guys, good to see you. Oh, darlings, good to see that you are okay. Especially you, Ross.
Yeah. Are you okay as well? Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay now. It was just too much, but okay. This is our life now, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I've come to terms with that. But this bringing me here, some guy came and brought me here to reminds me of high school when my parents sent people to get me. I don't like it, but yeah, never mind. What Are you all right? Are you all right?
About as good as can be, I suppose. They're doing well.
You
This
won't
is Theta,
explode or
by the way.
anything? Oh, okay. Hi, Theta. I'm Zara. What brings you here?
PR training.
Oh, you are. Okay. So we're all in the same mandatory training.
Theta's going to
Uh,
be joining our team. She's going to be joining us in Utopia.
She's with us now, yeah. A new roomie.
a roomie? Are you staying together?
Well, we're staying here
Oh,
in the
yeah, of
facility.
course. The facility, of course.
At least until our tower's complete, and then we'll be staying there. So
Well,
Yep.
how come? Does the team need to have 4 members, or how does this work?
Yeah, it's just like that. We need to have an even number, yeah, for sure.
That makes
yeah, better
sense.
for marketing, sure.
Fantastic Four, right?
You know, there's some
What?
pencil pusher that's his fucking job where he's like, look, there's good team numbers and there's bad team numbers. 3, can't do it. 5, we could. But 3, that's not a team, that's a trio. We need a team.
Yeah.
That's somebody's fucking job for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Well, if that has to be like that, welcome, honey. How are you liking these two?
They're an interesting pair.
Right?
Right.
Right. Well, let's get this on the way, shall we?
I
Well,
guess.
whoever your teacher seems to be, they're not here yet. The black gentleman who escorted you here, he waits long enough to watch you sit down. Once you sit down, he nods, then he leaves the room.
You know, maybe we should take a selfie. Like we're a team now, right? Come on.
Oh, God.
Selfie?
Yeah, come on. Get to Ross here. He doesn't want to move. Just get around him.
Yeah, okay. Yep, and I
She pulls
sat
out her
between you two.
phone.
Great. All right, here we are. Wow.
Let's do it.
Come on, Tata, you
Okay.
take it. You have the biggest.
Longer arms.
Yeah, that.
I just want you to
Okay.
know I'm not smiling for this.
She hands Tata her phone.
Theta will hold it out and take a selfie of them.
Kawaii, do a
Fantastic.
pose. Yeah.
Scowling. Scowling is what I'm doing right now.
Perfect. Look how cute you are, Ross.
Yeah, you take a photo, you upload it. I'm assuming. Do you upload it or are you just taking it to have it?
Yeah, she'll upload it.
Gotcha.
The #1 hot new team. Let's go.
Yeah. You
Oh
go
my
to open Ripple. So phones do this cool thing nowadays where when you start getting a surplus of notifications, it just auto mutes the notifications from that application so that your phone does not kill itself from the amount of notifications. You're used to your app for Ripple having unread notifications. When you go to open it today, there are 99 plus unread or unchecked notifications. No big deal. It's probably not that many. You
No
open
biggie.
it, you see there is some posts you've been tagged in about what happened at the university. There is also a post from Moses where he posted a video talking about how they're all fine, everything's good, don't worry. And there is a reply to that post where you're just tagged and somebody is asking, "Are you with them?" Question mark. Somebody you don't even know. Don't recognize the username, nothing. Nobody, you have no clue who that person is. But somehow they have figured out that you are friends with them and are somehow connected in all of this. Of course, there are also posts from news articles where people have ended up tagging your account in relation to the university stuff with the photo of you getting in the van with these two. And it's not a little over 99 notifications. It's a couple thousand notifications of people tagging you, DMing you, and news articles and stories and stuff also tagging you, and various people trying to get in touch with you as well to ask you questions. It
Oh, no.
is a lot. There is also, well, I'm not going to tell you. For me, it would be kind of weird, but I would kind of get it. But maybe you feel differently. A lot of old photos and videos and such that you have uploaded have also surged in view count. Where they were, a couple hundred likes here and there, views here and there, it's now in the thousands. Even things up to like 2 years ago have suddenly not gone viral per se, but have been seen a lot more.
Oh wow, this is a true blessing. It's gonna get so easy to be booked now. And she just presses clear all notifications button, takes a selfie of herself like with the duck face and says, "Number 1 hot new Nova, contact here for booking to sing at your place."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep. Yep.
Delightful.
That's art for you.
I would bury my head in my hands if there wasn't a dome in the way.
Yeah, you get that photo uploaded, you make that post. There's immediately, without hesitation, likes, reshares,
Finally.
reposts. Like, there is it looks like a sort of not the main account, but the N Entertainment they have sort of like their big main account, but then they have a number of regional accounts. And there is the USA account essentially. And they just like react with an eyes emoji and then a fucking like taking notes gif of like a little like anime character who's just jotting down some notes. Not sure what that's supposed to mean other than they've taken notice, but yeah. It seems their public relations person is knows how this stuff kind of works. Knows how to manipulate people's attention, perhaps, because there are people like laugh reacting to this, and it's like, oh man, what's going to be starting from this?
Hey, look at that! I'm already getting noticed.
That's wonderful.
I mean, we are kind of here to learn how to do that before you post, but sure, why not?
What I was thinking, but
What do you mean? This is my account in my life. I can post whatever I want.
Yeah. Good. Just when the guy comes, please, before you even say your name, just say that. Please. That'll be great.
Oh, I'm sure they hear everything we say anyway, so whatever.
Right. Well,
You are interesting. I have no idea how you've survived.
Yeah, I wonder that every day, especially every Monday. You are interesting too. You're beautiful. Wow, look at those horns. Devil lady. Amazing. We can
Thanks.
market that. We should do a photo shoot or something.
Oh, no.
No, you don't like photos?
Uh,
Or you don't think you're
no.
beautiful? You're a girl boss. Come on, let's go.
Um, thanks, but no thanks.
I mean, this is what you signed up for, Theta. Even if you didn't know, this is what you signed up for.
Right. Let's finish. I can't believe I'm saying this, but let's do our training first, and then I'll come back to that.
So Moses just runs out of the room for like a split second as fast as he can, comes back with a candy bar, gives it to like Tata, like, take this, calm down. It's gonna be okay.
Thanks.
You're not you and you're hungry, apparently.
I didn't realize I was hungry, but okay.
Neither did I.
Eat the candy bar.
Thanks, Raj.
Zara will light up a cigarette. See what happens.
Yeah. Actually, Theta will like look at the cigarette and be like, "Can I have this?" No.
I'm
Okay.
good. No smoke alarm here. That's good. That's good.
Sorry. Theta was asking if she could have one too.
Oh, really? Of course, by all means. She offers you some of those Black Devil long black cigarettes.
Cool. I mean, Theta generally doesn't care what kind of cigarette, so she's usually just bumming them off people to begin with.
Fancy.
Yeah.
okay. So you guys are getting a little comfortable. You start smoking inside. Um, the door opens and a middle-aged woman steps in. Um, her hair is uh not like a light blonde. It's more like a dirty blonde, a mix of brunette and blonde. But you can see that there are hairs that are starting to gray in there. Um, she doesn't look like somebody who is dyeing her hair or doing highlights or anything. She's kind of accepting the change, perhaps. Or maybe she just doesn't care. But you can see, some of the early indications that she's starting to age. She's not like wrinkled or anything, but you can see she's starting to get crow's feet at the corner of her eyes. Um, her laugh lines are standing out a little bit more. She's a smaller framed woman, relatively petite. She's wearing a very um business friendly, albeit casual, like a nice button up blouse and an appropriate like knee length but relatively flowy skirt. Um and uh no heels, just a nice pair of pumps. Um, and she walks in. She's got looks like her purse as well as a larger tote bag. Um, and for the ladies, I mean, it would definitely stand out. Like the purse is not like a designer bag. It's nothing overly large, nothing overly small. It seems very function over form. Um, Although it does look nice, it's just not. It's not an aesthetic addition to her outfit. And her tote bag is reasonably large. She heads up to the podium, pulls a laptop out of this bag, like it's in a nice soft cover that she pulls the cover off, sets it up, starts plugging into some cables. As she's plugging in, she says, "Good day, everybody. Glad to see we could finally get everybody together. I understand we've had a little bit of a slow start this morning, but no worries. We're not in any rush. Um, I am Alyssa Dragova. You can just call me Alyssa. We don't need to get super formal here. You know, we're away from cameras and expectations." She does pause looking at you two ladies. "I'm gonna have to ask you guys to put those out. This is a no smoking facility. It's actually kind of impressive the fire alarm hasn't gone off yet."
Okay.
Yeah. Theta just sigh and she'll put out her cigarette.
I know, I'm sorry, but thank you for doing it. Very well, she smiles. And she goes back to setting up her laptop, getting plugged in and everything. She just says, "One moment, just bear with me." She taps away. PowerPoint lights up. It's very what you would expect from a very corporate PowerPoint. Has her name, mandatory PR training, and she starts going through slides. And she's like, "Okay, first thing you need to know about me, like I said, I'm Alyssa Dragova. Just call me Alyssa or Allie, whichever. I'd prefer Alyssa, though. I have worked in the media for the past 25 years. And I have been with Project Utopia for the past 10. So I have been here for the entire duration of Utopia's existence. So I'm very familiar with the nature of how Utopia likes things ran. And because of that, I would like to think I'm very uniquely qualified to do these sorts of trainings. So that said, if you have any burning questions, to be sure to ask. I don't mind if you interrupt. Just try to find a respectful time to do it as best as you can. But I am here as a resource to you. Now, I want to just let you know the public relations division is an expansive division within Project Utopia. There are several subdivisions within public relations that specialize in different fields. The fields that we're really going to be honing in on today that is most relevant to you guys, that you are going to be spending the most time interacting with, is going to be through the social media and media relations. You'll from time to time have to deal with community outreach. You won't really talk to them too much, but on occasion you'll work with donations and charity as necessary, maybe as guests at events, but you won't really be interacting with that sub-department too much. Assuming everything goes well, you won't have to interact with coaching too much, but that is technically the role that I am in now. Although I started in social media, and after 3 years, I made my way to media relations. And then last year, I came over to coaching because, they felt like my experience was valuable here, teaching new novas like you guys.
Wow, you've seen like the beginning of the internet, 20 years. That's old.
Yes. Um, It has certainly felt like a long time, but also a short time. Additionally, there's one other subdepartment that you should be aware of, and that is damage control. Um, this department obviously plays a very important role, and I would normally put off talking about damage control, but considering your unique circumstances, I do want to head this off with damage control first, I think. Damage control exists to mitigate public perception with its tendency to jump to conclusions and exaggerate. Damage control's entire purpose is to, as some in the industry would say, put a spin on things. It's not necessarily lying, although sometimes that is a requirement. It is making sure that the information that is available out there is spun in a way that people do not, shall we say, demonize you as Novas. Because the reality is things happen, whether we want them to or not, both in and outside of our control. And just because a bad thing happens does not mean we are bad people. However, in the court of social opinion, it does not always matter who is at fault, how preventable something was, or how reasonable something is. In the court of a public opinion, it is oftentimes the most reactionary, bold statements become, in a sense, the truth. And it is through damage control that we prevent that truth from becoming something ugly. So I'm not going to mince words here when I'm going to talk about what happened at the university. That is an example of what damage control does. I am of the understanding that you all have probably heard what the spin was, right?
Yeah.
Actually, Miss Zara, I don't believe you have, or maybe you have.
Yeah,
Have you?
I've been a bit busy. I don't know. Could you fill me in?
So, as I'm sure you recall, there were some casualties, unfortunately, at the university. Some from shooting, some from an unexpected eruption event that led to the accidental death of a few dozen people.
And she says that Zara reaches for her cigarettes, then remembers there's no smoking, like, puts it away.
Now, damage control spun it so that the terrorists were in possession of a gas bomb, an explosive that emitted a lethal gas that killed most of the people in that courtyard, instead of it being the side effect of an unintentional usage of power that cannot be directly controlled. Notice how I did not say how what Ross did or that it was Ross's uncontrolled power. How we say things matters. What we say, what words we choose to use, and how we use them deeply affects how the public will perceive you. It was not Ross's fault what happened. Ross erupted, and his powers manifested in a way that was innately dangerous outside of his control. However, at this point in time, the public doesn't need to know that. The power is now under control and is contained. That force is not a danger to anybody anymore. Should the public come to understand that that exists, they would be upset. I do not know how politically active you all are, but considering the university you attended and the nature of what went down, I think it's fair to say you likely understand to some degree the scope of what some of the reactions would be if it came to light what actually happened to those 23 people.
Which it will eventually, right?
No. As long as you all do not say something, and as long as damage control does their job as good as they do it, nobody need know. And in time, in a few months maybe, the public will forget.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Imagine how many stuff might have happened before that was damage controlled.
Well, absolutely. There have been events that have occurred that damage control has very effectively spun, redirected, or adjusted. Damage control plays a very vital role. Utopia's success, some would say, is hingent on damage control's work. Look at the Terrigen, for example. They don't have damage control. Sure, they have their network, but they're not worried about the perception of the masses. And it shows. So, damage control is your friends. Should unfortunate things happen, it's important that you work with them. They have your best interest at heart. But let's move away from that dreary topic, shall we? Let's talk about social media and media relations. And she begins to launch into this long presentation, going slide by slide with bullet points, examples. And she begins teaching you guys, like, here are the do's, the do nots. Like, obviously, do not just start sharing the hot gossip about all of your fellow Novas on social media, and also, like, legally in your contract, things you are and are not allowed to say. Because there are things you are strictly prohibited from talking about as a Utopia Nova that is contracted. Obviously, like, you cannot talk about, like, secrets within Utopia. You can't talk about, like, things that are technically intellectual property for Utopia, among many other things. It feels kind of restrictive going through the full list of, like, things to avoid, things to not talk about. But there is also an entire portion that she comes upon. She says, now we need to talk about a very important topic that is going to be prevalent for a long time, unfortunately. We need to talk about sensitivity. Once
I
again, coming back to the court of public opinion. Yes,
I
Theta.
just want to get in here. Not Theta, the character. This is me noting that
Oh,
at
yes.
some point Theta checked out. Okay, she's
Right.
right. She didn't finish school. She's not used to this, and
Oh, yeah.
like she's staring at the woman almost unblinking, like she's blinking very rarely, but it's clear that there's not a single fucking thought behind her eyes right now. Like she's shut down.
Right.
Zara also she's not even trying to pay attention. She just like several times through the presentation, especially in the second half, just nodding off and then shakes and wakes up and oh yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. So we'll say we're like 2 hours in to this training. She sees this, and guys, since you're paying attention,
Yeah.
you notice her noticing this. She kind of takes it in stride and just nods and goes, "Right. You know what? I think would be a great idea. Let's go ahead and pause here. Let's take a 15-minute break.
Ugh.
Maybe get some drinks, get some snacks, use the bathroom, and then
Where
come
can
into
we
this next
smoke, lady?
section with a fresh head. Outside.
Let's go.
Yeah. Um, yeah.
Come
To
on,
be
Data,
clear,
let's go.
most places in the U.S., because I don't know if you guys know this since you're in Croatia, but most places in the U.S., it's not allowed to smoke indoors, generally speaking.
Takes
Yeah, it's fine.
Theta a few moments, like a few like Theta for her to like be like, huh? Oh,
Yeah, she finally stopped. Let's go, she says quietly. And leads Data outside.
Right.
Oh,
So you guys step out. Of course, freezing outside.
not for
oh,
me.
yeah.
Well, it is freezing. You just don't care. You're unfazed by it, unbothered rather. But for Zara, it's freezing. It's fucking cold. Like
She's like she.
there's still like in the parts where there's in the shadow of the building, you can see the grass that has frost still on it because the sun hasn't touched it yet to warm it up.
She's shivering, but priorities are priorities, so she takes a smoke and offers it to Zara. Girl, how are you not cold? It's fucking freezing here.
Oh, it's just part of my quirk. I guess I can just adapt to my environment.
Ah, well, isn't that nice? What do you make of this, lady? God, I think I've slept through a few points. Uh, boring.
Well, yeah, it's boring.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't really do social media. Like, this is my first phone and shit. I've gone this long without it. I don't think I need to worry too much about being on it.
What? Where have you been living? Under a rock?
Well, no, but like on people's couches.
Well, samesies, but still, like, it's important to have an image, you know? Especially with looking like that. Oof, you could do wonders.
I didn't always look like this. This is a recent development. Horns aside, like the rest of it, also a recent development.
Yeah, how did you look before?
I don't know, normal, forgettable, shorter, definitely shorter.
No one will forget you now. If you want, I can help you set up a Ripple account.
Yeah, no, I think I appreciate the offer, but I'm fine. Just appearing in the background of your guys's whatevers.
Okay, yeah, well, that's always needed. The background characters. I'm the main character, though.
That is fine with me.
Nice, we're gonna get along swellingly.
So, where have you been? Because The boys kept mentioning you, and then you never manifested until just like now when you had to.
Manifested. I like that. Well, as you said, on people's couches.
Huh, okay.
Um, I mean, what happened there? I've never seen people, die. It's just been too much. But then again, there's this whole other side of it where I get so many likes instantly. That's also nice. So, good and the bad, I don't know. We'll get through it, I
And
guess.
and you were going to school with Ross and Moses?
Oh, yeah. We go way back. We've been together for a while now, and even though we don't like hang out much, they're always there. So I need to be here too now that so many things have changed. At least some will stay the same if we stick together.
You don't necessarily strike me as the university type, so I was caught off guard there.
Yeah, I had to go, my parents wanted it. So, yeah.
I see.
Yeah. And where did you come from? Why did they assign you here? You don't know?
Um, well, I'm assuming just because this is where the next opening was.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was I was in Detroit when things erupted. Well, things I guess being me when I erupted.
Oh, you were alone. How was that? Sounds scary.
It was kind of empowering, actually.
Oh, that's good.
Like leading up to it, I was scared, and then it happened, and I didn't have to be anymore. That was, you know,
What?
just different, not having to be scared. I was mostly just angry, to be honest. Point.
Angry at what? Scared of what?
Oh, the asshole who just broke my kneecap.
I'm gonna need a bit of context here.
Okay. Well, okay. How do I?
Just,
I did
bullet point.
something unintentionally that caused an issue between my dad's people and the people who kind of like existed in this other area, like, territory kind of shit. I didn't realize I was in someone else's territory and I got into like a little bar fight. It was nothing. At least I thought it was nothing, but they took it super personal. And because I am who I am, which is not someone important, my dad just happens to have affiliations. Okay? Like,
Is he also a company leader or
no, 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 no. Don't think. No.
a
Not
mob leader?
important. Not important. We're poor. We're so poor. When I say I was sleeping on other people's couches, it wasn't like to crash. It was because that's just how it is. Otherwise, I'd be on the street.
Oh, like a gang?
Yeah. Yeah, sort of. We try not
Uh,
to use that wording and stuff because it's, crime's been taken care of, supposedly. It hasn't, but it's. Anyways, so yeah, I got a fight in a bar, pissed off the people who don't like my dad's people and my dad, and they sent someone after me to kind of like make an example out of me. So I was trying to avoid attention and get money to get out of town, and they found me.
you've been streets? I mean, I can't imagine what you've been through.
It probably sounds a lot more interesting than it actually was. Like, don't get me wrong, it was rough and shit, but there are good times and stuff, and I don't know. I feel like I'm in a lot of ways better prepared to take on the world and whatever shit's out there than maybe you guys are. Like that PR bullshit going on inside. I don't think I need that. I think I'm okay to take care of myself and accept what the hell. Did you guys just hear that? Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
They calling us inside?
No, no, my cat's just knocked something over and it crashed really loudly.
Oh no. Well, I don't think it picked up, but
Well, it
No.
picked up my reaction because it scared the shit out of me. Sorry.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear and good for you. You're a girl boss. Come on, let's go inside. I think our time is up.
Oh, we're not
Um,
done?
not even close.
Oh shit.
The two gentlemen. Anything you guys want to talk about in your 15-minute break? You're decidedly not freezing your asses off outside smoking. So
Yeah, no need for that.
Well,
yeah. So what are you guys up to? Are you just sitting there in silence, just like, yeah?
Yeah, this is it. No, I would have tried to go wash my face and then realized I couldn't do that. So just come back in a bit miffed. Sit back down.
Okay. Yeah. Moses would have gone to kind of get more snacks, put them there, like just get a bit of snacks, everything, put them under the table,
Sure.
and start chowing on it. So, yeah,
They
not
got
really.
good stuff here today, or is that just a plate of donuts?
It's not gonna be soon, and he starts eating.
That's like 13.
So,
Okay, nah, you do you, man. Is Alyssa
dude,
still here?
She did initially step out. But it's like a moment after he comes back with the donuts. You see her walking back in. She's got like a refillable like water bottle with a straw that she is sipping from. Yep. She kind of goes back to the podium and she turns off the projector for a moment. And she's kind of tapping away at her laptop there.
so what do you do besides the presentations? You said you
Well,
coach. What is that?
she nods. She's still looking at the screen as she's typing. Yeah, I coach. Just 1 second. I gotta respond to an email real fast. She takes another moment typing, and then she finally looks up. Right. So yeah. As part of coaching, primarily most of what I do is trainings like this, but also I have been sort of taking on a role of training other people coming into coaching, um, getting them trained on the skills of like how best to work with the talent to um, help improve their skills and such because it's an entire department. We have people all over the world that are part of this department. Um, and, you know, there are intricacies and layers to making sure somebody can actually be a coach. They have to be a people person. They have to understand all the rules and regulations. They have to have an intricate understanding of social media and interacting with the public. And then they also have to be able to have the skills to interact with novas to convey all of that information in an effective way. Um, so I sort of train the people who train novas like you, as well as occasionally doing these little trainings myself as needed. I'm not like a head honcho or anything. I'm just a senior coach is my job title. There are a few others of us, but I kind of get pulled in a number of directions. I was actually I was over in Germany last week, actually, doing some training over there for some people. And a few months before that, I was in the UK, and I get around, you know. But I love it. It's nice. I get to sort of see the world a bit, as hectic
Yeah,
as it
so
can be sometimes.
yeah, I mean, it sounds cool. You like meet all the new people. You basically make sure that problems don't happen. Preventive measures.
That's the hope. That's the hope. But we just do the best that we can, and mistakes happen though. Nobody's perfect. Not even Novas are perfect. Novas are just as human as the rest of us. Just as prone to mistakes or misspeaking or whatever, but that's what damage control's for. And the training is just to help mitigate those mistakes as much as possible. It's best that you go in forearmed and forewarned, because chances are eventually, you'll say something or do something. And, well, I guarantee you some of the heroes that you may have followed or know the best or whatever, they've probably had their own mistakes too, that damage control has probably cleaned up the image of a little bit, just so it didn't look terrible from an outside view.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm sure that happens a few times. How often does that happen? That you've seen anyway.
That I've seen. Well, I've never worked directly in damage control. I have good relations with some people over in damage control, but it's sort of their policy that they don't talk about who they, um, what instances come up that they have to adjust.
Right, for security and such, right?
Yes. Because it's one thing to admit that we have to, just like any company, any individual, we have to tailor our image. It's one thing for that to kind of be an understood thing by the masses. It's another thing entirely to be unrelentingly unapologetic in a very negative way. I don't want to get political or anything, but I think we all know what it looks like from, well, maybe you don't. You guys are still young. Maybe you weren't too aware of what was going on at that time, but you know, about a decade prior with that whole mess, the messy presidency and all that. It's better to be known that things are adjusted than to just be unapologetically awful.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Makes sense, yeah.
I mean, we've seen it happen, with Gary on and everything, Other
Yes,
people.
that is a very interesting situation. And it really shows why having letting people double down on being terrible can be a little dangerous, even because somebody like Garyon is only going to feel encouraged when he makes these, shall I say, bold, although, well, I'll just say bold things, saying that his violence is acceptable. And of course, some of the masses getting sort of swept away in the distant and romanticized version of things and kind of just accepting that for what it is. And because he so boldly put it, some even agreeing with him. It's a very dangerous, slippery slope that we have seen before, both in recent history and before. And it's part of the reason why training like this is very important, because we don't want to create an environment where our novas feel like that kind of behavior is okay. Not that we would have novas that would behave like Garyon in Utopia.
Right. That would never happen here.
Exactly. We do not want to encourage the creation of, shall I say, cults of personality and similar. It's dangerous. And it's also just not what Utopia is about. You know, we're about coming together. Novas and humans. You know, we're all human. We all share that. There's no reason why we can't come together in that way. People like Garyon are working to destroy that. And Garyon's behavior in, as well as many of the Terrat, how they interact with the masses, shows that they are manipulative and controlling. It's clear many of them see humans, you know, baselines as they would put it, but regular people, as I would put it, as means to an end. And, you know, it's very important to the utopian vision. And I would like to think, as you all as well, as an extension of Utopia, that that absolutely runs counter to the image Utopia is trying to create for the tomorrow Utopia wants to create. You know, this is why I say, like, wording and everything is very important, but also how we conduct ourselves is very important. We want to be the example that other novas follow. You know, we want to be the example of what change we want to see in the world. And that starts with our best foot forward. She kind of pulls her sleeve up just a little bit to check her watch. I think we're actually approaching the end of our 15 minutes here. And she's kind of like trying to look through the glass panel on the door to see if Zara and Theta are coming back.
Zara is click-clacking inside and, oh, donuts. Takes a donut. One of the 6 remaining.
Theta walks inside like she's preparing to go to prison. Like she's just...
This is it.
Yeah.
I posted the GIF in chat, but I know Moses is too laid back for it, but my immediate thought of you taking the Moses is just that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick is like way overstuffed of food, and he's like, "Now I'm gonna starve."
You took my only food.
Nice.
All right, you guys settle in. She's like, "Right, where were we?" She plugs back into the projector. We're gonna go for a little bit more, and then we're gonna take a break for today, and then we're gonna come back at it fresh tomorrow. Okay, so last stretch. Let's power through this. This section's really important. We really have to talk about this. Sensitivity. She takes a picture. She, switches over. The slide opens up, and it's a picture of, um, a picture very well. It's Randall Portman standing there shaking hands with the mayor of New York. There's a crowd of people there. He's in his full fireman outfit and everything. And it's one of those photos that anytime there's any like proper talk about Nova baseline solidarity, there's that photo. It's almost always comes back to Portman. He's the quintessential superhero. He has replaced Superman in the public's mind's eye of the superhero. He is him. And it's hard to really put into words how real that is. To have known a time where the superhero was there and he was just good. This was a man who always put others before himself. He always did the right thing, said the right thing. And when it came down to it, he made the ultimate sacrifice for others. And there is this bittersweet knowledge that, of course, in some twisted way, how could it be any different? What universe could there be where he didn't make that sacrifice? It is natural as breathing air. Of course he would. That's just who he was. But it is also knowing that he was, in a way, the best of us, whatever us means to you, and he's not here anymore. She, for a moment, kind of lingers on the photo, nods, and clicks over to the next slide where there's some bullet points. And the first bullet point is baselines in quotations. So let's talk about kind of not really an elephant in the room, but something that's been a little bit of a point of discussion. Novas and baselines, regular people, as I put it. Baselines as a term has been popularized. I think it's important for you all to understand there are some people, they're mostly online. There's not a huge movement behind it, but there is some murmuring going on where some people feel that baseline is kind of derogatory. It's kind of dismissive. Granted, this is a small group. I'm not saying you're not allowed to say baseline. I'm just saying there is this sort of simmering happening. And it might go away. It could just be some people with a hot take and it will pass in time. However, you should know that there is murmurings. So this is something you should probably keep your finger on the pulse of. These people feel that it is dismissive, which is why they feel it's derogatory. It feels like you are minimizing a human to call them a baseline. That said, obviously, the masses, by and large, they don't care. They find baseline acceptable because it does, originate from the idea that humans are the baseline starting point. And then there's the next step up, she says with finger quotes, being novas. That said, let me be very clear. She goes over to the next slide, and it is a few highlighted portions that have clearly been picked out of like what is very definitely like an employee manual, but a few key sentences that have picked out. I'm not going to go over them in vernacular, but she says Project Utopia does not endorse any discrimination towards novas for their state of being or baselines for their state of being. If you discriminate against baselines for any reason, you can be terminated at any time. You will technically be in breach of contract. Are there any questions about this? Anything that needs to be clarified? Of
No,
course.
lady, please go on.
What about
Okay.
originals? Can we say originals for humans? Like
I don't see why
not
not.
novas? Okay.
I wouldn't try to invent a new term. If you want to use that, by all means. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's something you can do. However, I would say don't try to invent new terms. Trying to invent new terms kind of just makes people tend to think you're kind of weird. Some people will jump on it, like some people will kind of understand what you're doing and they'll be down with it. A lot of people will probably like question, why do we need a new term? Baseline just works. Why do we need to reinvent the wheel? But that's ultimately up to you. That's just my 2 cents. So if that's something you want to go for, then, if you want to pursue that, go for it. That's definitely getting into political territory, though. So I would say tread with caution. That said, we do not discriminate over personal politics. However, and this is in your contract, if we as Utopia feel that your politics are running counter to the image that Utopia is trying to pursue, you can be terminated. We're not going to terminate you just because you have, for example, Terrigen sympathies. You can agree with some things they say. That will not cause you to be terminated. However, actively working with the Terrigen to undermine Utopia, for example, would very likely lead to termination. I'm not responsible for that stuff. That's another division. But I'm bringing this up so you understand you're not going to be terminated for sharing a political opinion on your social media. We are not here saying you're not allowed to have an opinion on anything. You are allowed to say what you want to say. You have, as American citizens, but as members of Utopia as well, you have freedom of speech. However, just understand that does not mean freedom from consequences. If you are harming Utopia in any way, or humans in any way, you can be terminated. Additionally, in regards to Nova supremacists, there are a number of individuals that are blacklisted that you are not to interact with under any circumstances. You are not to be seen with or known to be talking with. Utopia doesn't care what you do in your free time. We are not spying on you. Okay? We are not monitoring every interaction you have to make sure you're keeping things on the up and up. However, if it becomes known that you are interacting with any individuals on that blacklist, it is almost certainly immediate termination.
If you're not monitoring us, how did that guy know exactly where I was then? The guy that picked me up this morning?
I can't tell you that. I don't know. That's not my division.
Oh, that's what everyone
I
keeps
just
saying.
know when it comes to public perception, we are not spying on every interaction. I can't speak to
Whatever.
how they keep track of where you guys are. Like, just because they know where you are does not mean they know everything you say or do, or who you talk to, or what have you. But technology is, we're living kind of in a golden age of technology. So I am sure there is probably gadgets and doodads that I don't know or understand that Utopia probably has. Science and technology division is filled with literal geniuses and super scientists. So, I mean, we've got one in the room right now.
Wait, who's a super scientist?
She points to Ross.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. He was just Ross to
Nah,
me. Spaceman.
nerd.
I don't know if he'd want to call himself a super scientist, but looking over his profile, I mean, he was into architecture and then he helped, well, he had help work on this suit. So
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know what the proper terminology is, but I would say super scientist to keep it simple.
Wait, so does that mean you're like super smart?
Yes. I'm currently testing how far that goes, but yeah.
Nerd alert.
Yeah, right. So where's this blacklist?
So you are going to be receiving both digital and physical copies of the Utopia Handbook. In that handbook, there is a section of blacklisted novas. That list doesn't get updated very often. Okay. When it does get updated, you will receive the amended file and physical book.
Mhm.
As part of this, a lack of knowledge is not an acceptable excuse if you are interacting with somebody on that blacklist. The materials are provided to you. You are expected to stay up to date on who you're not supposed to talk to. If you do it by mistake, Utopia can still decide to terminate you, whether you know who that individual is or not. So it's up to you to be read up on who those people are to avoid.
What about
Like,
actively speaking, like against this person? Like, if we meet the person and we're having a scuffle, an argument, do we get terminated as well? Or
no. This is in there essentially as a protection for Utopia, as well as your fellow team members and such, that if there were a circumstance where you are cordially talking to somebody and it comes into doubt on whether or not you align with Nova supremacist ideals, Utopia has a clause in your contract that says you're gone. Because we talked about damage control, right? There is a threshold of how much damage control can actually control. As skilled as they are, as helpful as they are, as good as their job as they are, there is a threshold of damage that you can control. Hanging out with a Nova supremacist is the equivalent of trying to control a nuclear bomb going off in your backyard. There's not much you can do but just accept the blast. So,
already.
now, luckily, Nova supremacists haven't been a vast issue, not for a while, anyways. Obviously, there are some debates about whether or not the Terrigen are Nova supremacists, but we need to be on our toes, right? We need to be cautious when interacting with the Terrigen. We need to be cautious how we're perceived hanging out with them, which is the other part of this conversation I want to have. We are
No, no.
aware that you have been seen in public with rakes. This isn't a problem at the moment. Rakes is not he's not blacklisted. He's not a Nova supremacist as far as we know. However, he is openly Terrigen. He is a Terrat, as they call themselves. He does at times spout some opinions. She flicks the slide, and there is a screenshot photo of one of Rakes' Ripple posts about the Garyon situation, time stamped literally the day after that happened, so in November last year. And he has his posts of being like, maybe if you weren't the kind of person that would elicit a Nova to personally show up and kill you, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Who is this
Like,
guy? I don't
maybe
remember.
don't discriminate. She pauses, and so Rakes is a Nova that lives in Novara. He is an out-and-out Terran, so he's a Terrigen member. He has been around for a little while. From what we know about him, she kind of pauses for a moment. She's clearly kind of like going through facts in her head. He was, I believe he erupted the night of End Day. He is, I'm not sure where he's from other than somewhere in the US. But he erupted on End Day. He has, as far as we know, not aged much, but he has been at this for a while. And as far as we know, he has kind of been against the grain from the get-go. When the Terrigen came out, he was, as far as we could tell, already a member. We have suspicions that the Terrigen existed before their announcement. An organization doesn't just form overnight, right? We think he was already on board in some way before they announced their presence. How close is he to Divis Mall? No idea. Not a clue. However, what we do know for sure is he does not like Nova supremacists. So for that, you're fine to interact with him. Just understand that there is mixed reception to the things he says. He has some takes. Rakes is somebody who, as far as we can tell, does not like Utopia. He is vocal about thinking Utopia is a bad idea. As essentially, if what he says can be taken at face value, which I will tell you need to be careful with. Not everybody is just honest, obviously. But if what he says can be taken at face value, he is what we refer to as a separatist. She clicks the slide over to a few photos of some things he has said on social media. And it is all stuff along the lines of baselines and novas can never fully integrate. It's impossible. Obviously, it's said in very Rakes fashion, but I'm giving you the short version so that you understand. But it's pretty clear the stuff he's saying is like novas need space to do their own thing. So long as humans and novas are together, it's going to be oil and water. Pure interaction, shared space, and equality will never work, according to him. Even the noble idea of equity is extremely difficult, if not impossible, to achieve in his mind. So it seems, as far as his posts say, he seems to believe the best thing for Nova kind is for them to create their own space where they can be a Nova society to figure out what the best way forward for them is. However, all of this said, here's what you do need to know that the public does not know. Rakes has killed people. He is dangerous. He is a potential threat. She clicks over to a new slide. There is a picture of a white man. He has a thick beard that is like dark brown with flecks of like gray in it. His hair is partially combed. It's a little messy, but similarly dark brown with bits of gray in it. And he is wearing quite frankly, one of the gaudiest costumes you've seen. Like it's fucked up. It's kind of like this mockery of a superhero costume crossed with like a, how do I put this? A tactical combat uniform where it's a whole like chest rig, drop pouch, like all this. Dude like crossed a superhero outfit with like a totally kitted out like military outfit for combat. And it is all done in red, white, and blue with a cape that is the Confederate flag.
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh my
That's
god.
a fashion no.
Yeah.
Just a normal no.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know who this is. He has not been in the picture for a while. But this is a member of a group known as the Primacy. This is a Nova that went by the name the Confederate. She kind of looks at the photo, apparent reasons, looks back to you. We are aware that the Primacy appeared in the arrival of the Terrigen. The Primacy had already been kicking around a little bit before the Terrigen officially announced themselves, but they became emboldened and made their presence known, and they were announcing themselves as Terrets. What the public doesn't know is that Divis Mall shut that down. It's not talked about as publicly because Divis Mall, as you all know, does not really do public appearances. He had his big announcement and has not, for whatever reason, made any appearances. He doesn't post on social media. He doesn't do any of that. However, Utopia has the information that Divis Mall did not approve of the Primacy, and there were other members of the Terrigen that did not approve. However, there were some members that did. We don't know the details of what happened. What we do know is your man Rakes killed the Confederate. How, when exactly, we don't know. But
Sorry,
we
I just need some
yes.
clarification here. Are we saying Rakes was bad for killing the Confederate?
How can anybody be
We
bad for
are
getting rid of that
not
fashion
saying bad.
fantasy?
I hear you. We're not saying bad. We are trying to equip you with knowledge so you know who you're dealing with. This is a man who has killed before. Yes, there are Novas in Utopia that have killed. Obviously, we do not want to endorse killing as a first option. However, Utopia understands that there is a threshold. Sometimes killing ends up being the answer. Utopia does not like to go that route if it can help it. We certainly do not want to encourage politically motivated violence. While I think we can all agree that supremacy and supremacist ideals are bad, killing people for being misguided is not the answer. ideally. Utopia just wants to make sure that you are educated in who Rakes is as a person. The public does not know he killed the Confederate, but there are theories that he did. It's not exactly an open secret, but many of his fans and his fan base accept it as fact that he did do it. People who are unaware of Rakes don't really know that it happened. But this is a man who is willing to kill. You should also know he has a wide range of abilities. We do not know all of them, but you need to understand he is a security risk. If you are around him, you need to be aware of what he's doing at all times. Additionally, you are not allowed to bring him onto Utopia property. Anywhere where Utopia retains any sort of sensitive information, he is not to be allowed near. If he is on Utopia property, you need to alert us. Well, not me, us. You need to alert the proper higher ups so that they can deal with it. Ideally, you should be able to ask him to leave and he'll leave. That said, he has means of going unnoticed. He can turn invisible. He can pass through walls. Obviously, this makes the security issue very fucking difficult. Pardon my language, but cannot stress enough how much this guy makes people nervous. He has been monitored for a long time as much as possible because somebody like him is a risk. We know that he is also hard to kill. We don't know the full extent of his capabilities, but we know he regenerates. And we know he is durable. And he has the ability to become intangible on top of that.
Okay, fuck Rakes, we got it. Lady, this has been a lot of knowledge and you're great at your job, but can we wrap this up? My head is killing me. And she takes another pill, says, I've got places to be, please.
She checks her watch. She looks at something on her computer for a moment as she thinks. Okay. Tell you what, we will stop here for today.
Yes.
We'll pick this up tomorrow.
No.
But tomorrow, need to, because we're stopping early. So tomorrow, you need to come in ready to, as some of the kids say, lock in. So we can get through this. This is mandatory training. You can't avoid it.
God.
I understand this is not the most thrilling stuff, but I promise this is for your benefit. Okay. I cannot stress enough how important this stuff is for you to know. You know, this is Utopia. This is about building a better tomorrow. And that means, you know, getting educated, understanding things, especially how to
Okay.
interact with people. So,
I'll take notes tomorrow, I promise. Just let us go, please.
all right. Okay. So my ending bit real quick. If in between today and tomorrow any questions occur to you, you should have an email that I sent during our break. It has all my contact information, cell number, email. Those are my work email and work number. I do get notifications for those even when I'm off the clock, and that's totally fine. You can contact me outside of working hours. I just, you know, I have a life. I have my downtime. So just, it might take me a little bit to get to you, but I will get to you, I promise. So if any questions occur to you that just cannot wait, let me know. I'll get to you when I can. Otherwise, we're going to meet same place tomorrow, but we're going to start a little earlier in the day. Hopefully. Let's aim for 9 o'clock. I'll bring breakfast. Anybody have any allergies?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
Peanuts. No peanuts.
No peanuts. Got it. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay.
Is tomorrow gonna be the last day, or how long does this training go for?
It's going to be a few days, pal.
Few days.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, does it kind of come in, I don't know, video formats or reels maybe? That would be
No. This is hands-on.
okay.
We found that using instructional videos, too stiff. It's too stiff. Most people have a hard time paying attention
Can
to
I
it.
make a suggestion?
Sure.
Or interactive options.
I'll see what I can do.
Like
I
a little
understand
role play
lectures.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe some
I
examples.
understand lectures are not the most entertaining. But
Lady, I
we-
didn't finish school, so this is
I see.
rough.
Yeah. Well, 5 years ago we did have videos. As well as a little like interactive quiz thing. We ended up doing away with that because there were complaints about that. 'Cause it
Yeah,
was
no, I
too-
don't mean give me a test. I mean like,
Yeah.
I don't know, let's role play out some scenarios.
Yeah, I'll see what we can do. I'll try to devise something. But duly noted. I appreciate the candor.
I mean, it's not you personally. It's just
Oh no, I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. No, I get it. Trust me. I've been in the business for 25 years. And I had another corporate job before this. Believe me, I understand. It's not the best thing in the world to sit in a meeting room for hours on end while somebody drones on. But sometimes it's what we got to do, right? But yeah, I'll see what I can do to kind of maybe change it up a little bit. And yeah. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna go ahead and go see about maybe some early dinner, perhaps, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay.
great.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
Fantastic. All right. And she takes her time. She's not in any rush. Starts unplugging her laptop. Putting her stuff away, and packing her bag. And she eventually goes if you don't stop her.
Nah, she can go. Bye.
Yeah, she eventually goes. And of course, you guys are not beholden to stay in this room. You guys are free to do what you want.
Real quick, can we call for break?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We can take a break.
Cool.
Let me go to Craig here. Add a note. Second. We are officially on break.
Well,
All right. I'll see you guys in a minute.
All right. I'm gonna end the break here. And we are back. So
Oh man, she was
guys-
doing that presentation like she was trying to impress Gilder. Can we go to the center, please? I need a drink.
Okay, yes, because I need to strengthen up Moses over here. His
Straighten
liver,
up.
yeah, his liver not good. Too weak.
Too weak.
my
What
liver,
have you?
my liver is
weak.
fine. She's just in another league. You'll see, Zara. You'll see.
Oh, I like that. Let's go.
Yeah,
You have to come with Ross.
Zara,
Yeah, I know.
Moses isn't a pushover. Like, Moses drinks. He can handle his liquor. So the fact that she's like, his liver's weak, he can't drink. We gotta fix that. It's like, oh, you're one of those freaks.
One of us.
You drink alcohol like a fish breathes water.
Mm.
just like my mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
We all know one.
yeah.
Some people get therapy, other people grab the bottle. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where's that guy who brought me here? He can take us out.
Yeah, I don't think he's here anymore, but I'm parked out front. It's fine.
Oh, good. Let's go.
Are you our designated driver?
I guess so.
That's not very fun.
Nope. But
He's not
it's
fun,
okay.
but we love him anyway.
What if
Thanks, Zara.
No
can
problem.
you leave your truck at the center and we'll just get a cab back after?
That's happened a couple times, yeah. That should
Cool.
be okay.
Yep. Because I was gonna say, like, the whole point, like, you missed the other night, so like you can't miss tonight.
I know. I said I wouldn't miss this time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go.
Woohoo! Party, let's go.
As if she hadn't just been partying for the past several days. The party never stops.
Never.
A
Swearing
lot of
off.
you pile in to Ross's car, and you guys make your way back into Novara to the center. Not the center of Novara, the bar known as the center. Did we actually explain that joke to the listeners? Why it's called the
I
center?
don't remember. I don't think so.
I don't think we explained the
did.
joke. Yeah.
All I'll say, listeners, is in a previous campaign of Vampire, they owned a bar called The Edge. If I have to explain it any further than that, well, I can't help you. So the center, not the center. You guys pull up the place. By the time you get there, it's like 6. So it's not its usual full swing hour just yet.
I
But
would hope not.
it's getting there. Huh?
6. I would hope it's not its full swing hour at 6.
No. Hey, you know, some places there's nothing else to do. So 6 o'clock, an hour after work, that's where everybody is.
Sure, yeah. If you live in
Yeah.
my town, perhaps.
Well, there you go. There you have it. No, you get there. It's certainly slowly building up. Place is about half full when you guys get there. Like last time, there's sports on some screens. There's news on one screen. And you guys are able to grab a seat at a table and yeah, order some drinks, some finger foods.
As
And
they
you're at
walk
the bar.
in, Zara would be like really, really loud, waving to the bartender. Hey, honey, I'll have the usual, which he knows is a white Russian.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, he nods. He's like, yeah, I know. Sit your asses down. He finishes this other customer who you recognize them. They're not anybody you talk to, but you see them around. They just kind of give you like, a friendly nod and a wave. And then they take their drink as he hands it to them. And he starts going through the process of making drinks for you all that you normally get. And after like a minute, a new waitress, it looks like. You haven't seen her around before. Young. You look at her. She looks a little fish out of water as she's weaving her way in between the tables. Probably freshly 21. First time working in this place. First time probably working in a bar looking at her. She comes over. She's like, right. So I remember he said White Russians for you, and she kind of picks through the drinks and works with you guys to figure out who normally gets what.
They don't even know my usual. So I'm excited to see what they got me.
Well, that's the interesting part because then she holds the tray to her side and goes, and what did you want, miss? Because they didn't recognize you.
Oh, well, um, just give me something good and mix it with, I don't know, a juice. That'll be enough.
Um,
I'm not picky.
okay. Sure.
I don't recognize
Wait,
you
hold
either,
on.
darling.
Sure, the bartender will be thrilled.
Wait, I have an idea. There's fancy names for fancy alcohol. Let me think of one. Is Prosecco fancy? Is that a fancy alcohol? What is that?
That's just the wine, honey.
Sure, fancy enough.
This isn't a wine place.
I don't know why.
Yeah, just have one of these, why don't you? They're really good.
I don't
Want
want
to
sugar.
try?
I don't really want much sugar. I want mostly alcohol.
This will knock you over if you give it a few goes.
Okay, fine. I'll have whatever she's having.
Smart
Sure.
girl.
Okay. She goes and gets you one. Comes back. So yeah, you all got drinks.
I'm just used to drinking shitty beer. This is an issue. If I want to upgrade, I need to upgrade.
You can have both, right? A beer and something nice like a transition.
I mean, you can
Hold
always
on.
put a shot in a beer.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know. I'm trying to rebrand myself, you know?
Okay. So what are we going for? Boss lady. Okay. And he goes through Ripple looking at like scenes of movies like The Godfather, looking what he drinks and stuff like that. And
Yeah, I can
Like
go for like
always,
mob boss vibes.
it's a lot of stuff where it's just like unspecified, like whiskey or bourbon or whatever. Sometimes like a year is mentioned, but it's like these movies never actually explain why these things are
Yeah.
significant or why this is good or why that's a good vintage or how do you know a year is a good year. Like none of that is ever explained in any of these scenes in these movies. It's just, oh yeah, it's really good, but why though?
Okay. So
um
do we have AI in this in Novara
oh
on the
yeah,
phones?
oh yeah, AI is a thing. It is, granted, because I hadn't fully solidified how I wanted to represent it here in the setting because obviously Aberrant was written before
You.
the whole, I don't even know what to call it, the AI sphere, the bubble, whatever, really blew up, you know. This was written 2020 if I recall correctly. 2020 or 2021, early 2021. I think it was 2020. So the thing with AI that I'm going to say is it probably does exist. It probably exists in a kind of different form. Like we probably skipped right over generative AI and went straight to like through the help of Nova intelligence because Nova showed up before AI would have happened because that was 2018 that they showed up. I'm going to say they probably jumped to just like really advanced personal assistance, probably. There might have been some attempts to put it in the creative sphere, but because it was Nova designed, it probably largely bypassed that. And it's probably not, there's probably not AI from baselines. There's AI from Novas because Novas did it. And like some of these AI might be, they're not full intelligences, not properly. Like AI is still a bit of a misnomer. They're probably just super advanced learning language models at this point. So they're not comparable to what we have today. They're more advanced than that, but they're not true artificial intelligence yet. They're just really smart computers. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
I think
So
I
it's
think
like
that one.
I think then it's like okay, so my new friend is a proper boss lady, and then I tell all that I told you. Like then I so what are the kinds of things that she should be drinking if she wants to emulate, I don't know, Scarface or something like that, The Godfather.
Well, my handy Googling just now told me there's an actual drink called the Godfather, which seems to be based off of the show movie.
Okay.
And it's amaretto and scotch.
The way
Oh,
to out yourself is never having seen The Godfather.
Shut up! Shut up!
You will now
Wow.
forever go down in internet fame as the one person who hasn't seen that film.
That
Uh,
bitch. I mean, we can get this out of the way right now. I haven't seen basically anything. That's a classic show. Like, it took me until a couple years ago to finally watch Pulp Fiction.
Jesus.
Okay.
So you can just know that right now. If it's a classic movie, chances are I haven't seen it.
All right, sweet. So I'm gonna drop a way more references to classic movies then.
let's make references.
A lot of people in my friend groups haven't seen the stuff I've seen, so I'm just used to making references and people having no fucking clue what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you knew this about me, Zach, because we went over that whole thing of me never seeing the Alien movies, and then we watched one and we didn't continue.
Yeah. You know, I just block out the memory of the conversation because it hurts.
Wow.
But yeah. So you guys are getting your fucking drink on. Bartender, happy to make stuff. If you try to say just surprise me, bro is like, come on, order something. You don't have the rapport with this bartender to be like, make me whatever you want to make or whatever. Like you don't have that rapport. You'll just annoy him. I'll say, considering your character does do alcohol to a degree,
Like, she should know, even if I don't.
yeah, she probably knows culturally, like, even though she doesn't normally order mixed drinks, she probably knows from being in bars and stuff that bartenders do hate that shit.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like some movie storybook bullshit that actual bartenders do not like. Don't let that be a PSA, people. Do not ask a bartender to just surprise you. No, don't do that.
spitting
How about
with me.
how
Don't
about a
be mean.
flight of different cocktails? Just a bunch of different stuff we can just sample.
Oh yeah, get yourself a whole sampler tray of just all kinds of different
Yeah.
shots. Yeah,
There
absolutely.
you go.
That
He'll
sounds
gladly
great.
do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that. That sounds
There
great.
we go.
With my Godfather drink on the side. We'll
There you
figure this
go.
out.
That's your
Absolutely.
Just
chaser.
chunking
Yeah.
Oh
one
yeah. So
after another.
he gladly concocts, and it's not cheap, but you know, paycheck came in, so
Oh, I don't have the credit card anymore.
no.
They took that back
They went
finally.
ahead. Yeah, I meant to say that before the meeting in the morning. They did come by and they got the credit card from you, and they went ahead and they um told you that the money is now in your account. Everything has been set up digitally, so you
I'm
don't have
assuming
to
they
get physical
also
checks and stuff.
I'm assuming they also made me a bank account because I don't actually think she would have had one because she wouldn't have had money.
Yeah, they would have worked with you to get that.
Yeah,
set up.
okay. So I just realized I'm like, she probably doesn't even have a bank account.
Yeah. They probably worked with you to let you pick a bank of your choosing to set up the account with. They probably had a few recommendations, but let you choose. And then worked with you to get your direct deposit set up and everything.
Beautiful.
As well as your bank cards, and they let you use the Reshout address as your temporary address, and worked with the bank to be like, she's going to have a permanent address in a few months, but this is a placeholder for now. So all that's squared away. So you have money now. The rest of you, your money hasn't come in yet.
You just drink, darling. It's my treat. I'm mega famous now, and I like you. You're like a bottomless pit. Anyway, Ross, I've been dying to ask you. So, what's the deal with your power now. I mean, how is that regulated? Is there anything that we should be cautious about? I don't want you to, overload or something.
Don't
I've been
don't cut
worried.
my suit, and we're good.
Like just a little cut would
I mean, it's you, fiber. You kind of have to try, but
knee
yeah, don't
fiber?
cut it. Yeah,
What?
you fiber. Stuff the internet's made out of.
What? I haven't really been. I've heard about it, but I don't know how like durable it is. What can it do?
If you
And
do this, and I'll like change the color of the suit to whatever other configuration.
Whoa, that is amazing.
I know, right? It's fantastic.
Oh my God, I need to get one of those. Imagine just like changing my outfit in the middle of a performance. Oh, that would be to die for. Where did you get what? Can you make them? That is so cool.
I
from
mean,
where
they
she
kind of
was
had it lying around back at the place,
from where
Oh,
she's
okay.
sitting, Theta's gonna quietly, change her outfit too, because she's also got you fiber.
Yeah.
What? What is this? Oh my God, have you been getting outfits without me? This is ridiculous. I need to
They
get
got
one.
suits and they were colorful. They were
Oh my
yellow. One of them was yellow. Was
I
yellow?
think
Purple?
I think I got mine because normal clothes don't really fit me very well anymore with the
Oh. Yeah.
tail and shit going on. I mean, I can make it work. I just gotta do a lot of alterations.
Oh my God, we need to get one of those for me ASAP. I cannot go on like this. This is amazing.
So,
That's a passion. Yes, yes.
so you really are a university kid, huh? Because, damn, you don't act like one.
Is that a compliment?
I don't
I'll
know.
take it as one. I'll take it as one. I mean, I don't really care. I had to go, and you know what? There's a bump in the road. I can solve it easily. So, yeah. We need to go back to the university, do we? Wait, are we done now?
I mean, you can be done if you want to, but
We can go back. We gotta get things sorted out before we go back, but no, they all understand.
Oh man, with the rate that lady is giving presentations, it will take a lot of time to sort this out.
Do you want to go? Isn't the point of going to university to get like a job? Like a good paying job?
Jobs are funny.
Is that not the point of university? Have I been lied to my whole life?
For some
Honestly, that
people,
was.
no.
it's yeah, but sometimes you just fucking party all the time,
And you meet people, you make connections. I mean, so you can get a job, but not just so you can get a job.
I feel like I've been lied to. I
By
don't
who?
exactly know why or by who. Yeah, I don't really know by who or how, but I had a very different concept of what it meant to be a university person.
What, go to university and then you can get a job? Girl, look at us. There's no more jobs for us. We are free to do what we want.
I'll
Party,
drink to
yeah,
that.
let's get another round. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just throwing back a double at the moment. Just
The poor, super mega intelligent fucking space
yeah.
cat over there.
You're just building two projects in your mind while we're drinking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So, I did have a question for you guys about everything. After all of that talk today about a specific somebody.
Whoever do you mean?
Yeah. Are we still gonna go to that party after all of that? I mean, I would still like to go to the party after all of that.
I mean,
What party? Let's go.
yeah, why not?
Yeah, it was with Rake's guy. I mean, it's all right. They said that he's fine, so
I was just making sure you guys weren't like gonna freak out because the he killed somebody thing.
Well, it happens.
Oh, I just wasn't
But,
sure because you guys freaked out when I said I broke that guy's kneecaps. So, you know.
I mean, it's fucked up. It is, but I don't know. I committed mass manslaughter, so where I, where where that falls here. So
it
Okay, fair
wasn't
enough.
your fault. Come on.
yeah, that's why there's murder and then there's manslaughter. There's different things. Just throw another one back.
Don't beat yourself up over it. And she like sit next to Ross and start giving him a shoulder massage.
I
Through
can't.
his
I can't.
through his suit?
I can't feel that.
Oh,
It's just,
well, that sucks.
Is there
yeah.
okay, is there a body under there or are you animated smoke? I know you won't answer last time, but
That
like
would be awesome. No, I'm a human still, sorta. My body just kind of leaks smoke now, so that's cool.
sure. Did you feel body under that suit when you rubbed his shoulders to confirm this?
Nah. Oh wait, I don't know. I'm probably still there.
Man, that's harsh. But yeah, what party? I mean,
Oh, right. Uh, we got invited by Rakes to go hang out with some Novas.
didn't she just tell us like not to talk to him? I mean, I wasn't paying attention, but like fuck him, that's the gist of it. Or what? But then again, party. I mean, I
I feel
don't
like you
know.
guys didn't even try to pay attention, first of all. Second of all, yeah, I mean, she said like we could talk to him, just know who he is and what he's capable of. Don't kill people. That was part of it.
I mean, we can make our own party as well.
Um,
Like,
I want to go to
hey,
the Nova party.
It's in Ibiza. It's not even here.
Look, nothing
Wait,
bad's gonna happen. We're just gonna go there. We're gonna party, and he's not calling us to, go kill someone. He's calling us to party.
Moses, have you been to Ibiza? Have you been there before?
Nope. But I mean, we can get there.
So we'll book you a plane ticket there. You can teleport back and then bring us all there.
I mean,
No,
you make me those boots. I'll run there.
you run there.
Where's Ibiza?
I don't know how
It's-
far away it is from America, but
It
let
is
me
an
see.
island. It's in Spain.
Yeah, Ibiza.
It's a little
Yeah.
ways away from Nebraska.
It is like blinking, like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
well, that's
Kind of.
rude. He could have at least provided transportation if he expects us to go that far.
Oh, I think he will.
Really? Like a private jet? That'd be cool.
He
This
can
is something a bit
teleport.
different.
He can teleport. He'll just do that.
He can teleport us?
I mean, probably.
There's
Well,
a map
that
for you to
sounds fun.
Okay, cool.
So one of the smaller islands off of the eastern coast of Spain.
Nice.
Okay. How drunk are we right now?
Not drunk
Yes.
enough.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
No, I'm asking like how much time has passed? Like how is it?
Up to
Let's
you
have
guys.
another one, bartender.
You know.
Okay. Okay, then if we're
Get
tipsy
myself.
enough, when you say that, like it will be fun to teleport, I just put my hand on your shoulder and off you go.
Where
Okay.
send
What?
her?
Where? What?
Vegas, I guess.
Like in the middle of a casino or something.
I
That's
mean,
where it
you have
was.
you have the right to kind of, I guess, protest. I think if you want to, but it can be a
Oh, she
roll. I
wouldn't
don't know.
be expecting it, so she'll go with it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So you send her to Vegas. So Zara, from your perspective, you're there.
Holy
Everything's
shit.
fine and dandy, and then he puts his hand on you, and then there is just this strange electrical sensation crosses over you, and suddenly you're in the middle of a casino in Vegas.
What the fuck? Holy shit, what the fuck?
And I'm calling you.
Okay, I pick up. What the fuck?
So, do you
Wait,
like
what?
it?
What? What? Okay, what just happened? This is
Well,
amazing. Yeah, I do like it. This is so practical, but can you? Okay, slots? Slots? Wait, are you coming too?
I mean, wait a second. I put on a speaker. Are we coming, guys?
Let's
Vegas!
go. Let's just go.
Fuck
Fuck
yeah,
it.
let's go party.
Why party at the center when we can literally go to Vegas?
Well,
Um, those of you that are about to teleport, I will give you one roll if you want to. Up to you if you are paying much attention to your surroundings. But a integrity plus a not integrity, sorry, larceny. I was thinking larceny, but I looked at integrity for some reason.
Okay.
Larceny plus a mental of your choice.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Theta is pretty much always paying attention to some degree, but
Sure.
Mega Cunning, it's
Yeah.
kind of not hard. It's kind of hard to not pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so what does Mega Cunning do for us when we roll on enhancement or?
So it gives you dots equal to your rating in the keen sense edges. So you have enhancement equal to your rating, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a visual thing. So yeah, you'll have enhancement to your sight.
I got 5.
I got 2.
I don't know why I
Um,
said that like I was a fucking child, but I got 5.
Well, you have 2 points left over from your 5 that you can do something with.
Oh fuck. Okay. I thought that was just a combat thing.
If you want, you can throw it in the momentum pool, or
I
you
most
can
likely
do a stunt.
will. What kind of stunt would I be doing? General stunts?
There are general stunts that you can always do on any kind of roll. You can complicate, enhance, or defend. But when you complicate, you can add a complication to an opponent. When you're doing enhanced, you can create an enhancement that can be applied to a roll by an ally or yourself using a different skill.
I don't really
And
know what's
enhancement is
happening.
well, this is a perception to see if you notice something.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying though. Like I don't really know enough to complicate someone's.
Exactly. Yeah. They won't always be applicable on the
I'll just
situation.
I'll just pop it into the
Momentum. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool. Zutok, Moses fails. He doesn't notice what's going on. So one
Okay.
momentum from him will go into the pool.
Cool.
And Ross passed with 1 left over.
Momentum it goes.
Sure. So dumping 4 points into the momentum, so momentum goes up to 8. Remember, this thing caps
Nice.
10. So you guys are getting ready to teleport. Moses is literally grabbing you guys, getting ready to expend the energy to take you. The two of you notice at the table not next to you, but one table over, a vaguely familiar gentleman in a ball cap, and underneath a hoodie that's been piled up on the table, you can make out an unmistakable glint of a camera lens
Okay.
as you catch a glimpse of Belson snapping a photo of you guys just before you teleport away.
Damn it.
Yeah,
No!
he's relentless.
That motherfucker!
Can I say that I actually duck out of the way of his teleport in time?
What?
Sure,
Okay.
you can do that. Cool.
I'll do that.
So 2 of you vanish. You go to reach out and grab him and instinctively teleport. Your hand was on him, and then at the last second, he pulls away. And in your somewhat drunk state, didn't process in time as you teleport.
Okay.
And you show up in Vegas with just yourself and Theta.
Wait, what? Where's Ross?
Not here. Probably dealing with that fucking paparazzi piece of shit.
What do you mean?
What's his
What?
face? The guy at the park. He was at the fucking bar just now. I saw him right before we dipped.
Oh my! Again?
I
This guy?
know.
What are you talking about? Come on, let's do slots. Come on.
There's
Well, we
this
gotta-
guy that keeps following us.
We gotta figure out if we have to go back and grab.
What guy?
This is a paparazzi dude. I don't.
How? Paparazzi? That's good, right?
No, it's not good. It's like, no, we
Like it-
can't do anything with him on our back.
I mean, like, it harshes the vibe and everything, but honestly, it's more just a pride thing for me. I'm not gonna let this guy get the better of me.
We're just normal men. We're just innocent men having a bit of fun. What's wrong with that? Let him take pictures. Who cares? Come on, let's do slots. Fuck him.
Okay.
You do slots. I'm calling Ross.
Okay.
I'll
While they're
go
having that
before
conversation, immediately following the teleport, what is Ross doing?
I'm walking directly over to his table.
Fantastic. Great. Belson's sitting there. Jeremy Belson, he's still wearing the N hat. Honestly, it's an indication of how much you guys have just been in your own little world drinking in this booth. Unaware of everything else going on around you, because like he didn't try to hide who he was. He's still wearing the N cap. And stuff. Like the only thing he tried to hide was his camera, so it wasn't super obvious. But he's there, and like he's not even drinking alcohol. He has a glass of water and like a plate of like cheese fries with bacon bits. And you start coming over. He pretends to not notice you as you're walking over.
So I sit in his booth.
Yeah. He looks up. Oh, hey, how's it going,
Hey.
man?
You're with that network, right?
Yeah.
I think I know you, actually. Belson, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've seen your work. I'll
Yeah.
scroll through the pictures that we've seen the other day. You know,
Yeah.
what's going on? How you doing? You come here often?
No, not really. I'm from out of town, so I've just kind of been, doing the crawl, hitting all the cool places.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And does he have like any? I know I see the camera, right? The camera glint.
Yeah.
Does he have any like recording devices?
Um, Nothing you can immediately see. Obviously, there's the assumption that he probably has a smartphone, although
Okay.
it doesn't seem to be out.
You gotcha. Yeah, I love these photos. You got a real artistic eye, do you? Actually, is this it right here? No, let's just grab the camera.
Hey, hold up! Your phone starts ringing in the middle of this.
Oh, it's okay. I'll give it right back. I just want to take a look. That's okay, right?
You really shouldn't. Like that's private property.
And it disintegrates in my hands. Oh, dude.
Just
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh man. Oh, Jeremy, I'm so sorry, man. I didn't mean for that to happen.
bro. Come on, man.
I know.
Not the fucking
Okay.
camera, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Here, let
You know
me
how
buy you.
expensive that thing
I
was?
yeah, let me buy you a drink. Okay, I'm sorry. And I'll order him whatever.
Fuck you, man. He gets up and he leaves. Your phone's still ringing. He starts pulling out his own phone. He starts to get on the phone as he's leaving.
No, don't pick up the phone. Hello?
Why did you do that, Ross?
What are you talking about? I
Where
thought we
are
were
you?
teleporting.
Yeah,
I'm
we
still
did.
here. So, what the fuck?
You know what? Never mind. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you.
Yeah, would you? No, I hang up.
And yeah, I guess I poured back and forth. I don't know, like how quick does quantum regenerate? Because I was at 18 or 20 when we left off last session.
Oh, you had gone back to full. I mean, you had a night's rest and stuff.
Okay, cool,
And
cool.
you wouldn't have had any other furniture spends. So,
Okay,
like
great.
it takes a little bit of time to recover. I can't remember immediately off the top of my head. I'm not as intrinsically familiar with this system yet. We'll get there
That's
though
far.
eventually.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the night covers it. Okay.
Yeah, I have a handout in here somewhere, but you're good. Just make sure you're tracking your spends for right now.
Yeah, I am.
So you teleport back to pick up Ross.
Okay. But before we teleport back, I'm like, the reporter guy was here. Did you see him?
Oh, yeah.
And?
Maybe let's go to Vegas first, right? That'd
All
be
right,
cool.
all right. And yeah, I poured. Like, okay, so now, tell me, what happened?
I destroyed his camera.
Oh my God! Yes,
Yeah.
Woo! Let's go,
yes!
Ross!
High five, man!
Give him a five.
God. Now it's a party.
Yeah, let's go crazy. Why not?
Zara is like kind of swaying, kind of getting drunk a bit, and she opens her minuscule backpack to reach for the wallet and just gives everybody a $50 bill in their hands if they'll take it. Let's go, slots. Let's go.
Foot slots? No, fuck that. No. Look at that. You see that roulette table? It's about to hit 23. Go bet on that.
Look, you go bet on
Okay,
that.
no, I'll go bet. I'll go bet.
I'm there in a flash. I'm
You're
there in a
right.
flash.
Mr. I see the future. Like, okay,
And the
I'll
point
go
of
bet.
foresight, it'll hit 23.
While you all are descending into the revelries of taking somebody who can do a little bit more than just count cards to Vegas, I added die to the intrigue pool.
Yeah, that's
What is-
fair.
What does that
Yes.
mean?
Let's go.
Oh, that's our scandal pool. So whenever we do something scandalous, it goes up.
Yep.
Okay.
It can be accidentally killing people. It can be doing something embarrassing. It can, as Lane put it, doing something scandalous. It
Yep.
can be a lot of different things. But intrigue is kind of like a separate social collateral pool, essentially,
Okay.
that affects your public image above all else. This pool, collateral pool, resets every combat. So when a combat ends, it resets, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
The intrigue pool maintains its value until either it pops or you do something to reduce it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, we're betting.
Yep.
So you go gambling. Let's go gambling.
Let's go
You-
gambling.
Yeah.
Or rather,
Jump-
pretending to gamble while winning a unnatural amount.
I mean, like, Theta has sort of that, like, street smart sense that she goes and loses some on slots and whatnot and everything after.
Mhm.
Like, she's not gonna just purely win, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. Well,
Can you do a roll to see if Zara gets something on the slots or loses everything?
Sure, yeah. We'll make a roll. What are the chances, right? No,
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh,
However,
fuck this.
there is a suspicious enough amount of wins that happens that a manager does come by, sees your little group. And he approaches and goes, good evening.
Good evening. How can we help you?
Yes, actually, you can help me. You see, there has been a interesting string of occurrences that have come to my attention. Now, I don't want to make a scene. However, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
But I was planning on spending it all here. Is that no?
It's fine, we can
I'm
spend
going
it
to
somewhere
have to
else.
ask you to leave.
We can just go spend
I'm
it somewhere
losing all
else.
night.
There's buffets here like you wouldn't believe.
This is bullshit. Why are we getting kicked out of Vegas?
No,
Why
it's
don't we
just,
getting
just,
kicked
just
out
here.
right now?
Just here. Just here. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
we are. But I mean, like,
No.
his
You know
loss.
who we are, mister. Leave us alone. We're
No,
we're
it's
doing a favor here.
it's
Just
okay, Mister in the suit. It's okay. It's okay. We're leaving, I guess. I go to like Zara and like I saw this in a movie. It doesn't get better. It only gets worse.
Yeah, there is a not so subtle pair of security guards that are like lingering a few feet behind him, waiting to see if they need to get involved.
oh my god, this nobody is kicking
Yeah.
us out. Jesus.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Just make
Yes,
a fun
yes.
review on your channel.
Yeah, we'll leave a bad review.
I said
Sure.
See how
Do
you
whatever
can
makes you
get out of
happy, as long as it's not in this establishment. Run along now.
Okay, so we start going. I'm like, what the fuck did you guys do? I just came here and already we're getting kicked out. Jesus.
Yeah, it's bullshit. We didn't even do anything.
Fucking bullshit,
yeah, we
man.
just like you can't even be lucky in Vegas anymore. What is up with that?
They just
I mean-
know us. That's all. It's
What do
bullshit.
we know? We're drunk, man.
Oh, maybe they do hate Novas. Shit. Were we
Like,
just
let's just go.
discriminated against? Hmm.
Yeah, this is like racism. Let's just go to another bar. Fuck him.
Want to go to a buffet?
Can I get another drink or something? I just
There's absolutely buffets in Vegas, though. So
yeah
Okay.
yeah.
Ooh,
And that's
let's go
try
see a
one.
magic show.
After food.
That's really unimpressive. Okay. No,
What do you mean?
what do you mean? What do I mean? We can do whatever you do. Okay.
We
They
teleported
don't
here.
know that.
But like,
I forgot to see a show. Can we at least go see I don't know what kind of shows they have here? Like a dance one, pretty burlesque ladies, something that's different than oh no,
Okay.
cards.
they got the big like sphere here. I think, where it's like every all around you. We go see that.
Sure. That
Uh,
sounds like fun.
Okay, the sphere. All right.
okay.
I'm pretty sure it is in Vegas. The sphere.
Yes.
I think it's okay.
After buffet.
Yeah. You guys, you spend quite the night in Vegas. Going around, go to see some shows, get some food, do some more drinking. Do you guys attempt to go to any other casinos?
No.
No, I think two of us or three of us betted on the roulette, so I think we have enough money to party.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys have one hell of a night in Vegas. It's very easy to lose track of time. But eventually it's like 4 in the morning. And through alcohol induced stupor, a couple of you, maybe only one of you, begins to remember we have to be awake at 9 o'clock.
One last
Not even
thing.
awake. We have to be at a fucking training at 9 o'clock.
God. Oh yeah.
You
Okay.
have less than 5 hours to sleep and shower, all that fun stuff.
I mean,
And you're still in Vegas.
yeah.
I d-
So I don't
I don't.
have to sleep tonight, so I'm good
You
there.
Yeah, you're awake. You're cogent. A little drunk. You're
Oh my
awake.
god. Okay. I gotta sober up. I'm gonna use mind
What?
over matter to multiply the rate that my body breaks down alcohol.
Sure.
It just becomes sober, if that's possible. Depending on how I roll, I guess.
Yeah.
I am become sober.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that is quantum and resolve. You gain scale over this.
How much scale?
4 points worth.
4 points of scale?
8. No, so it's 2 points worth of scale, which is 4 enhancement, right?
Got you. Okay. Oh,
Who we
lost
just
colors.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, fucking 6 successes, dude. Fucking Christ. You're
You're
good.
sober now.
Okay.
Good job.
Oh, that's an instant hangover. Oh, okay. So I take a moment to process that.
Yeah.
And then I need to get these fucks in shape. Let's see.
Oh no.
Oh,
Take your time. Skullix's Discord has decided to commit war crimes.
yeah. Hello, are you back now?
Yeah. I don't know. It couldn't connect. Sorry.
Okay.
Great.
Gotcha.
Last thing I heard is multiply, mind something.
Yeah, so Ross essentially uses mind over matter to make his body break down the alcohol and get over it much faster. So he near instantly goes from being drunk to feeling almost like somebody is just pushing against the inside of his skull progressively over the next several seconds as the headache from a gnarly hangover washes over him. It's a little disconcerting, but you're not drunk anymore.
That's good. That's great.
Okay, so where are we going next?
We gotta go back to Novara. We've
Why?
training in like a couple hours.
No. I'll just bring her here.
That's
Yeah,
not how this
yeah.
works. No, that's not how any of this works.
It's on PR training.
Come on. We're gonna get her
Gonna
a
die
great
in
room.
there.
She said she likes to travel.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but not unexpectedly, like instantaneously to Vegas. What are you talking about? Okay, you're drunk. I'm okay.
What are
Just
you
stay
talking
here in the buffet, would you? I'm gonna run off for a minute. So if it's possible here, I'm gonna take the jury rigging action.
Sure.
I'm gonna just gather a bunch of stuff, maybe caffeine, hot sauce, just all the wonderful cures for hangovers. I'm just gonna throw them together into like a cocktail and just create like a cure-all, basically. Put some caffeine in there so that everybody's ready to learn, be awake and alert for this meeting.
Okay. I'm picturing there's probably most people probably don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna be talking about, but I'm picturing the scene from Adventure Time, where they're at a party and this guy was like, hot? That's not even hot. I'll show you hot. And he's like, this is the Mississippi Queen, and he makes this god awful concoction of a drink. Like it shows you the ingredients he puts in it, and you're looking at it like, what the fuck is that? And it's a great clip. I love it. I also just love that song though, so
That's fair.
yeah. That's sort of immediately what it came to mind. Okay, yeah, it does not look good initially putting it together. But you have this like dark red slurry of like semi-viscous cure-all in this like hard plastic buffet cup.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Why would you bring this to
it
us?
doesn't exactly look like a sludge, but it doesn't look appetizing. And it smells strongly of hot sauce. Like it. Yeah. This is not something that screams "drink me."
Might get like a
Here it is.
lidded opaque cup, like they put like a milkshake in, like a styrofoam cup. Just put that on there. Just come back. All right, drink.
What happened to you? How are you not slurring anymore?
Do you just give it to Rob? Like, who are you giving it to?
Just exasperatedly just slam it on the table.
Theta's not even like thinking. She just grabs it and drinks.
You're cured.
It does not taste good at all.
What the fuck is this? That is foul. Fucking
That
foul.
is magic.
What do you mean?
However, you instantaneously are like hyper aware, not drunk anymore.
Did you just
does it cure the hangover as
sober?
well? Okay, we'll say it cures the hangover since it's so foul.
Okay.
You
Just
literally
completely shocks the system.
You harshed my buzz, literally.
We have things to do tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not drinking that. No way. No way.
Oh, you
No.
beat me
my
to it.
God.
God damn it.
No. Sorry, no. I drank this. You have to fucking drink this too.
No.
Can I wrestle him and shove it in his mouth?
Catch me if you can.
Well, I want to move before he knows what I'm doing,
Let's-
like surprise round.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know I'm going to
Want
go
to be in a
for him.
surprise round?
Does he know I'm going for him?
Yeah, well, if she's gonna grab you, Moses, you're gonna resist.
Of course I'm gonna resist.
Okay, let's make this an opposed roll. So this is going to be close combat, physical of your choice.
Okay.
Yep. For both of you.
So
This is opposed roll. So whoever has the most successes
I'm trying
succeeds.
to figure out, do I have anything that adds? I don't think I do. Oh god, only 3.
Do you have Megamite?
No.
Okay.
I have Mega Stamina.
Wouldn't apply here.
Yeah. I have the Deadly Strike thing, but that also doesn't apply here.
I have Mega Dexterity. Does that work? I'm using Dexterity. Or does it not work that way? I think it doesn't.
Let me check what Megadex says it applies to. Wrong book. Too many books. Too many books.
Books.
Too many
Megadex
books.
game.
Too many books.
I'm gonna say this isn't very much a test of grace or acrobatics. If you roll dexterity, is you trying to slip out of her grip. But in the nature of this scenario, there's not really anything like graceful or acrobatic about it.
Okay.
So you're just trying to snake out of her grip. So I'm gonna say Megadex will not apply here.
Okay, sure. Then it's there we go. 3.
We tied.
We died.
What bitch? Okay.
Now
well,
what does the system do on ties?
That's actually a great question. I instinctively want to say ties go to defender, but I'm pretty sure that's a World of Darkness thing. Let me see. Story path system. Let's see, core mechanic. When to roll from your dice pool, rolling the dice, target numbers, looking for. Do this.
Oh, I could roll defense. That's bigger pool for me. Never mind.
Maybe I should do this. Contested roll.
The grappled condition, or the action, I guess. You cannot move from the spot, and the only physical action you can take is an attempt to free yourself. Your grappler may drag or throw you with an imposed athletics and might roll, and automatically wins ties.
Oh, cool.
So I won?
When you're grappled, or it doesn't matter. Let's just say she won.
Okay. Yeah, I need to look in that some more. But okay, sure. We'll say she succeeds. She gets this awful concoction into your mouth. You're like, wait.
No.
And you get a good mouthful of this stuff. It's foul. Yeah, it's terrible.
That is no. We are okay.
Yep.
Boundaries, Data, boundaries.
I'm sorry, but like I drank it, and it's technically for the good of us all, as a team, as a unit.
Look at her being
Probably-
a player.
Okay.
You don't need to grapple me. I need to try this. I mean, this could be like my new thing if it really works. And she'll chug it down. Whoa, it works. What are you? Whoa. You need to give me some of this stuff,
You gotta patent the shit right now.
Yeah, this is
I guess
crazy.
so.
Maybe work on the flavor. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it was just hot sauce, eggs. Like it was a bunch of bullshit. But like,
I mean, it's a hangover cure. It's not supposed to taste good.
because of the amount of caffeine, you'll probably be awake for a few hours now too. So I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
You're a miracle worker. Wow, this changes everything. This is a game changer right here.
This is not what I want to hear, but okay.
Okay, so we'll be awake for a few hours. So okay, so then we can. Okay, then we can sleep during the lecture, right?
Yeah.
No, we can't do that. The whole point of this was to pay attention during the lecture.
Okay.
You can sleep
Wait,
after.
how did you sober up so quickly?
I just decided to.
You decided to? That's not fair. What the fuck?
Wait,
You
What do
need
you
you
to
want me
didn't
to
talk
drink
do?
like
this.
the rest of us. This is bullshit. I feel betrayed, first
Look,
of
if
all.
I didn't do that, we would still be drunken messes in
Never
the
do
middle of
that
Las Vegas.
again. Never
Exactly.
do it again.
No, not exactly. We can't. What? We have a contract.
We are having a party. You need to be a team player and suffer like the rest
I
of us.
did. What do you say? What are you talking about?
Have you
Okay.
tried this shit? Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
you
it's
want me to try it? Okay,
Yeah, you
sure.
gotta
Okay,
try
I'll
it.
just drink the
wait
rest of it.
forever. Don't do it.
I'll just drink the rest of it.
Oh god, yeah, it's awful. You have to fight the instinct to gag drinking down the rest of it, like, ugh.
Okay, yeah, that's not very good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Now it's fair. I guess it's
There's
fair.
the hangover, though. Wow. Okay. Cool.
So,
Yeah.
what we grab something to eat, then I teleport us, or what?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Well, it's in the buffet still.
Good. Eventually, you guys teleport back. Are you teleporting back to the center to get your car, or are you just teleporting back to the rash out facility?
The facility. Like we all teleport basically in my dorm, in my bed, like in the facility, not the dorm, but
Yeah,
my
gotcha.
bed.
In the
Okay.
bed, in his bed.
Yeah. You guys show up at the rush out facility. You have a few hours to yourselves to get cleaned up and everything, and then you report to that room again. And when you get there, Alyssa is already there. She is in the middle of setting up her laptop when you all are coming in. She's like, "Oh, good morning."
Morning.
Checks the
Morning.
time, right on time.
Yeah. It's
Super
good
important,
morning.
right?
Yes.
Look, I even brought a notebook.
Fantastic. Over there on the table, I got breakfast, like I said. Um, there's a great place downtown that's amazing breakfast burritos. I got a selection for you guys to choose from, a couple different things with different stuff in it. I don't know how exotic people like stuff, so I got a variety of pretty straightforward things.
Oh,
Even though Theta
As
just ate breakfast at a buffet, she
Mhm.
still goes and grabs a burrito because she's always hungry now.
that is so
wow.
nice of you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're great. And I start eating.
Okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and while you guys are enjoying that, we'll get started. So to pick up where we left off, she opens the presentation back up. Sensitivity. So we talked a little bit about the supremacy stuff. Primacy, technically, as far as the public largely is aware, has been defunct. They're gone. Most of the public doesn't even really aware that the primacy was a thing. They just think it was some Terrigen members, essentially. But safe to say, killing ideas is not that easy. We're confident that some of those people are still out there. That said, things that actually are more immediately important to you. While baselines and that terminology is fine, we do take it very seriously on how you treat people. Like I said yesterday, no tolerance policy on anti-baseline sentiments or anti-Nova sentiments. You know, it's a two-way street. Also, the chances of going out of country is not zero. There's a possibility in some circumstances that you may be asked to go to other parts of the world to do Utopia Matters. When we visit other parts of the world, we are respective of that culture, their people there. You know, we are there to help, not to judge or anything of that nature. Additionally, we avoid terminology such as third world country and similar terms. Like I said, we're not here to judge, we're here to help. Depending on where you're sent, you'll have specific rundowns if need be. But generally, when you are visiting another country, we don't necessarily expect you to be interacting with the populace. You're typically there on a specific mission. So, all that said, let's move on from sensitivity. In general, for social media, let's talk about engagement. And let's do some examples of right and wrong ways to engage on social media. And she will, like you requested, kind of give some visual examples of like posts and stuff, not from other superheroes, but just kind of like celebrities in the past who have said some outlandish things. And is like, let's take a look at this. Let's analyze what they did wrong, what they did right, stuff like that, and like get you guys to participate a little bit in giving answers like why you think something's wrong, and then she'll explain more in detail and stuff like that. So she goes a little bit more hands-on with it, and starts giving you some really in-depth nitty-gritty. Here's how to the best way to really interact with people and to maximize it, and also like some very important information on how to like deal with trolls and stuff, which is very mixed because she's giving you advice to like simultaneously ignore the trolls, but also like shut them down and shut them down efficiently. Like, do not waste time with them because there are people who are going to disagree with you and there are people who are going to try to get a rise out of you. So she's very thorough on that stuff. And this second day is like just all about operating your social media. You guys take a break, you come back, and it's like, right. So we haven't decided who it's going to be yet, but your group will have a somebody from the department who will be essentially your media manager. They will be not controlling what you're putting out, but they will be overseeing and they might from time to time make recommendations that might help boost your numbers, or might make suggestions on how to adjust your tone when you're interacting or what have you. They're mostly there as support, to think of it in what they offer. They're not there to tell you what to do. It should be noted, though, if it is deemed that you cannot competently handle your own social media, Utopia reserves the right to hand over that control to said manager. So if there are recurring problems, you can lose access to your social media accounts. Just so you know. That said, and she moves on and continues to spiel. We go into the next day of training for this stuff. The next day is all about public appearances. Typical fare for how public events are handled, how to deal with the paparazzi, stuff like that. She strongly advises, when it comes to dealing with the paparazzi, the same advice you were given when you were first taken into the Utopia custody. They were like, yeah, just deny stuff, or just tell them, no comment or whatever. Don't give them anything to work with. And when it comes to the paparazzi, they may get frustrating, but do not harm them. If you're going to mess with them, make it something harmless that will ideally just disincentivize them to come after you. Utopia also said, hey, it might be tempting, but it'll kind of just make things worse if you, for example, destroy their equipment, fuck with their modes of transportation. If you do something to antagonize them, it will make them worse. And it will give them fuel. So, generally speaking, if you do something to antagonize them, that gives them fuel for articles and stuff. Because, as a lot of people would say, any press is good press. It doesn't matter if it makes the paparazzi look like an annoying stalker. What is important to them is you look out of control of yourself. This was a thing even before Nova started showing up. Celebrities getting annoyed and lashing out at paparazzi typically is perceived as the celebrity being poor at regulating their own emotions. There are still people that would understand, like, yes, that would be annoying and whatnot, but a lot of people would see the lashing out as unprofessional. Especially as Novas, you have to be careful because you act too much in one way, and, well, I think you're starting to get the picture that it's more than just celebrity here. You're operating at a higher scale. Yeah, it's just everything is magnified. So, these paparazzi, they want to find something. They want anything and everything they can that will create drama about you, especially N Network. N Network is, they are the biggest, but they are also just the dregs of the paparazzi. We're talking about an entire media company whose entire business is what are Nova's up to. They have built their entire model on a couple thousand people in the world. They want anything and everything. The more scandalous, the better. The more outrageous, the better. Even something small that you would think is like, well, that's small and stupid. Who would care? They will take it and they will make it a big deal. And they're not above lying. In the same way we have damage control, they have people who will spin things to make it sound even more absurd than what it really is. So you have to be careful when dealing with the paparazzi. But obviously, public appearances go beyond the paparazzi. When you're out in public, we have certain expectations, and she'll start to go into details of how to deal with large crowds. Um, you know, if violence is encouraged, tells you the expectation is for you to do everything in your power to de-escalate. And if de-escalation is not possible, to remove yourself. Do not instigate or escalate things. And she goes into a lot of the stuff of like typically the processes Utopia goes through to set up public appearances and stuff normally. For example, she talks about the press releases and she asks you guys, like, what do you think goes into a press release? Like, what do you think the work that's done in the background? And then she gives you the full, well, this is what really happens. And it's like questions are pre screened. Every reporter in the room is pre-approved, their backgrounds are checked, like their political opinions are checked, like there is countless hours of work that goes into a Nova showing up on camera at a scheduled place and time to answer questions from the media. There are entire scripts written, and there are people whose jobs it is to write those scripts. Among many other things. It is astounding the time and effort that goes into all of this. And eventually you get to the end of the third day. And at the end of the day, she's like, okay, you guys have done great so far. We have one last meeting. And that meeting, we are going to have essentially the assessment. Gonna essentially check to make sure you guys know your stuff, and then you'll be good to go. It's not a formal test or anything. I'm essentially going to provide you guys scenarios, and you're going to tell me how you would handle them. And then, assuming you all answer sufficiently, then we will move on. I'm not actually going to like quiz you guys and test you guys. Your character spent several days learning the correct answers to things.
Okay.
Now, it's one
Fair.
thing to handle a hypothetical scenario where you have no skin in the game, no emotional responses required. It's purely theoretical. But obviously, you navigate them sufficiently enough. She approves you guys, you get your pass. And will that training pay off? Who knows? We shall see in time. But at the end, she's like, okay, you guys are good. You've passed with flying colors. You guys are great. I'll be very curious to see how your media accounts grow. I will absolutely be following you guys. And just to, check in every once in a while. I like to do that with everybody I teach, just to keep tabs on what everybody's up to. Yeah, any final questions for me? Any final clarifications before we not necessarily meet for the last time, but the last time in this capacity? Right, fantastic. Okay. In that case, like while you are gonna have your own little PR manager essentially, in the future, if for whatever reason it's me you want to get in contact with, you have my details, you are free to do so. Right? So if for whatever reason you don't find your PR manager sufficient or whatever, or you just want to specifically talk to me, by all means, my door is always open. Always free email. Feel free to email or call me. But yes. Aside from that, I wish you guys good luck with your journey into Utopia. I'm wishing you guys the best. And I hope that this has all been very helpful.
Thanks,
Until
Alyssa.
yeah, no problem. Until next time, I'll see you around. She packs some
Bye.
stuff up and she leaves. Liam, he apparently snuck in during her final little bit there. He's standing by the door as she leaves. He's like, great, fantastic, claps his hands. How are we feeling so far? I know
Oh my god.
mandatory training but are we
I mean,
still excited?
we did it, so that's it
Yeah.
with the training, right? We're good now.
Well, there's more trainings to come, but like this was the most pressing one. That was like, you got to get this done. There's going to be a little bit more training coming up. You know, there's the crisis training, there's the combat training. Those two got to happen, as well as emergency care training.
Okay,
like-
but they're all like more hands-on, right?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. However, I have some great news that I wanted to share with you guys. Not that it should come as a shock, but like we suspected, we got approved for the tower. So we are moving forward on the tower. Ross, I actually just got off the phone with finance. They are running over some of the numbers. It looks like added expenses are going a little above what was initially projected, but they talked it over with the project managers as well as the higher ups who make the big decisions, and they are cool to spend a little bit money above the initial budget with the changes you suggested.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep. So that's moving forward. They did want me to pass along a message. They said they emailed you earlier today, but they hadn't heard from you.
Oh,
They
really?
weren't being pushy. They just emailed me to make sure like there wasn't weird. Sometimes the accounts don't work correctly.
You're right. Yeah, no worries.
So they touched base with me, just asked me to let you know. I told them that you were in training, so that's probably why you hadn't responded. But they want you to know that you've got a deadline of a week for any final changes. So by
Okay.
next, like around this time next Thursday, any final changes to the plans that you want to make are due. They do want your input. Just we want to get this started as soon as
We
possible.
need to get rolling. Yeah, no, understandable.
So I understand Ross is getting details. They kind of filled me in a little bit. He's getting details for input from you guys that you want for your own personal spaces and stuff, which is totally fine. But get with Ross. Whatever you guys got to do to figure that out, you got to get it figured out by next week. So we can get that finalized. We can get construction under the way. You know, we don't mind having you guys here, but this is not a residence. Like, you technically cannot live here. So we want to get this tower done for you guys as soon as possible.
What is he talking about? You're building us a tower? A wizard
Yes.
tower? What?
A dispatch tower that we will reside in moving forward.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah. So you've got a deadline on that. Other than that, we will how much time do you think you need for that project? I know they said by next week, but I know that you probably have a different. How much time do you really need in your head?
That depends on if we need any alterations to what we've already discussed. I mean, we're all here. We might as well just knock that out
Full
now.
disclosure, I'm trying to plan when the next training is done. So if you feel like you're going to need this whole next week, I will hold off on the additional training so you have time to do that, and then we can resume the other training.
Okay.
Theta is
Yeah,
going
let's go ahead and
look.
do that.
Okay. I was like, Theta's gonna look at him and give him the biggest puppy eyes she can manage because she does not want to do training back to back
I,
like that.
I knew that was going to happen. So just we'll go for the full week.
Okay, yeah, sure, absolutely. So I'll schedule around that then. Like I'm cool. Cool. All right, we'll just play it safe. We'll slow roll it. Fantastic. Um, cool. Real quick though, um, I do have to tell you your first paychecks are on the way. However, Ross, you're going to notice a deduction on yours.
Understandable.
Do I need to explain that, or do you understand?
I think I know what you're talking about. That understandable.
Yeah. It's been handled, but I didn't want you to get it and have questions.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. Fantastic. Great. Okay. I lost my train of thought. I think we're good though. So get cracking on the final plans. Rest of you work with Smarty Pants here. Get your final inputs for your rooms and stuff done. All that. Any final requests? You know, he's in contact with the project managers. He knows what is and isn't feasible. So work with him. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Okay. Other than that, you guys are, you're off the hook for now.
Great. Thank you, Lena.
Beautiful.
Sounds good.
We'll be back soon.
Great. He goes ahead and he starts pulling out his phone to you can see he's got an email application open as he starts walking out the door. And he goes, and we're gonna wrap there for this week. Yeah. We're in the swing of it. Yeah, we're not gonna spend the next 3 sessions doing training. But I did want to hit on this stuff's important for you guys to know. To also set and I know we talked about this a little bit in break, but I want to reiterate it for listeners so that in case they are like, why the fuck are we role playing this? We're role playing this to set the tone and the mood and the expectations of the setting and everything. Because it's one thing to be like, oh, you're just part of Utopia and that's that. But I don't want to represent Utopia as just a blatant good guy organization. They are shockingly corporate for supposedly the good guys. So cool. That said, that is your homework for next session.
No.
What homework?
I know, right? It doesn't need to be finished by next session, but it would be cool if you guys could because we're not going to jump to the tower being available next session. But we're going to be jumping a little bit of time. So if you have any downtime projects you want to do, you don't have to, but if you do have any projects you want to do in downtime, let me know. We're going to kind of glaze over some of the training stuff that is covered. The training is supposed to be basic intro stuff, so even if your characters do not have medicine dots, that's okay. You're going to have a level of assumed competency of in an emergency situation, you can perform CPR. Or when to and when not to move somebody when they're injured.
Yeah.
But
we have first aid training.
If you don't have medicine dots, though, if you're actively trying to heal somebody or stuff like that, well, you don't have dots. So I have emergency responder. I know what to do until actual help arrives type stuff. As well as here are some things to understand about combat. Even if you're terrible at combat, you'll understand some basic concepts. And same thing to crisis response. So it's all basic competencies so that like you can say, as a player, don't know, but what would my character know? What's expected of me here? Because realistically, Utopia would not just be like, okay, you're on a superhero team. Now go fight a group of elites, because they did that once already and it ended badly. So now they are making sure people have a at least basic level of training. Cool. In addition to that, in downtime projects, also be thinking about what you want your space in the tower to look like, because you get to have input. This guy gets to put it together. So if you want something special, like, I don't know, a whole ass walk-in closet, then, make that known. Or if you guys want a hot tub, make that known.
Yes.
Like,
Jacuzzi
you
for
know,
sure.
you can get a little extravagant within reason. They're willing to approve a little bit more money if it's going to make you guys happy, but
A mirror
within
above the bed
that's easily doable.
for when it is that kind of party.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. But that's your homework. 3 XP for this session. Remember, when it comes to spending XP, you guys are fucking noobs. Outside of certain skills, I will not require you to have a reason for raising certain things. Within reason. Like jumping multiple attribute dots at once, you probably need a reason. But like, oh, I'm just gonna say, like, since I've been more active, my strength has increased, or my might has increased a little bit. Okay, yeah, sure. Your base might could go up one by one. I'm okay with that. Or if you've been doing activities that are kind of related to skills, that's fine. But like, don't just asshole be like, oh, we spent this session drinking and doing PR training. I'm gonna buy a dot of larceny. Or better yet, I'm gonna buy a dot of athletics. What?
I'm buying enigmas.
That's
better
not
at
relevant
math.
to that's not relevant to anything you guys have been doing.
Right.
So if you're gonna buy skill dots or attributes, try to keep it within reason, but otherwise you don't need permission. Just tell me what you're getting, so I know that you're spending XP. But obviously, quantum abilities, all of your Nova specific stuff requires maxing out, so you cannot buy any of that stuff. I will remind you guys, though, that U-Fiber is not a Nova ability. That's not a Mega Edge. That is a normal edge. So, Skull-X, for example, I know you do not have U-Fiber yet. If you wanted to get U-Fiber, you can just buy it.
Yeah.
You can just pick it up. So, just so you know. Because I know sometimes new people, they're like, oh, U-Fiber, that's like a Nova thing, so that's a Mega Edge. No, it's not a Mega Edge. It's a normal edge that only Novas are allowed to take. Okay, cool. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? Did everybody have fun?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool beans. Because that's a thing people still say.
Cool beans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, correct.
All right. For you listeners, I hope you had fun, or this at least was interesting. Perhaps you can see like what could potentially become problems in the future here. But otherwise, until next time, if you want to support us, we don't ask for money. Just, follow, rate, review, comment, subscribe, whatever platform you're on, press all the fun buttons that says essentially you like us, that, appeases the eldritch god known as algorithm. Because we like to play games that are not just D&D. And more games deserve more attention. Like Aberrant. So good.
Damn straight.
All right. Until then, this is goodbye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.